Okay, we're going to run some audio here. We'll do some sound checking to see how it is that things are progressing tonight here in Wahpeton, North Dakota. Our second time down here for the year, and having ourselves a lot of fun here. Last time with Red River, got a thriller, and we'll see if we get a thriller tonight. Looks like we're doing okay. Got some pretty good audio that's coming out of here, which is good news. So we're going to see if we kill our microphones, how we end up with white noise. Bring them back up, bring them back up, bring them back up. Check, 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 check. Bring them back up, bring them back up, bring them back up. All right, 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 3 3 4 5 3 4 5 touchdown, touchdown. Since 1972, Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round.
The following is a presentation of KNOX Sports.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Wahpeton, North Dakota, and the State College of Science, the home of the Wahpeton Huskies. And tonight, we finished the regular season of high school football around North Dakota at the AA level as we get ready for the playoffs to begin next week. And this one's a big one tonight. It could be everything from an elimination game to a clinching game to a game that doesn't mean a whole lot depending upon what happens elsewhere in North Dakota tonight. But what Grand Forks Central knows coming into this matchup tonight is they are fighting for their absolute playoff lives as they take on the Wahpeton Huskies. They need a win. They might need a little bit of help, or they're going to need to win by X amount of points in order to find themselves playing next Friday night. We welcome you to Wahpeton and our coverage of high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports tonight. Our video coverage is being presented on our YouTube channel and also at KNOXradio.com. Those of you catching us on the radio side of things tonight, you have the opportunity to bring in the video side by going to our website, KNOXradio.com. Look under the sports tab and the live sports link. And if you have a smart device at home, your smart-enabled TV, go to your YouTube app tonight and search for the KNOX TV channel, and you'll find the game being streamed via YouTube tonight as well as the Huskies welcome in Grand Forks Central. The Knights have to win tonight. That much is certain, but they also may have to win by a certain number of points, and they may have to just simply win. Really, the intrigue tonight is about 90 miles west of Grand Forks on Highway 2 because the game between Red River and Devil's Lake affects what happens in this game tonight. If Red River does what they're expected to do, which is go out, win a football game, and that's what people really expect out of Grand Forks Red River at this point playing a team like Devil's Lake, then this one could put Central in a three-way tie if they win and point differential comes into play. But there's always the possibility that Red River rests up, plays some different substitutes, that type of thing. Devil's Lake wins the game because Red River is not in any jeopardy of moving down as far as the standings are concerned. They're going to be the number one seed no matter what happens out of the East region and host the 4 seed out of the West in the opening round of the playoffs on Friday night a week from now. And if they were to do that and Devil's Lake were to win, this becomes an elimination game at that point. The winner here would get in as the 4 seed, and the loser here would be done for 2024. So it's hard to know what's on the line as you come into it, but right now Central has to prepare a game plan that has Red River winning, which means they need to win by 11 or more tonight in order to win a potential 3-way tie with Devil's Lake and Wahpeton in the point spread. And we're going to show you more about that on Drive for the Title coming up in our pregame report in a couple of moments. For those of you on the video side, we'll give you the numbers right there on your screen. For those of you on the radio side, we'll tell you what those numbers are. In the long run, you got to win the football game first, and that will be the first thing on the mind of Central tonight. They come into this one getting ready to go. They had a tough one last week against Devil's Lake. They were beaten by a score of 21-14, and that's why this one now becomes the importance that it is in a little bit different way. That's how we set things up for you tonight from Wahpeton as we bring you the game courtesy of our premier sports partners. They include Rivards Turf and Forage, a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks. If it's time for that turf or forage project, you're looking for Rivards, and you find them at rivards.com. All of their premium seed mixes are there and ready for you to take advantage of, and they'll tell you more about what those seed mixes do. Remember, they keep great records, science on their mind. They mix all of their seed varieties in Grand Forks, and you're doing business with a company that's constantly on the move versus the big box stores that are one and done in the spring. And our pregame report and our game broadcast tonight brought to you by our premier sports partner, Grand Trailer Sales. They're in East Grand Forks, and the Green Wave will be on the air on KNOX Radio tomorrow night when they take on Fergus Falls in the second round of the Section 8 3A football playoffs after that big win they had over Thief River Falls on Tuesday night. So join us for that tomorrow night. Grand Trailer Sales will be rooting for the Green Wave. They are your home for all things trailer in East Grand Forks on Highway 2 East. Whether it's a trailer for fun, trailer for recreation, or a trailer for work, they have you covered at Grand Trailer Sales and with parts and service to get your trailers up and moving again. Grand Trailer Sales and Rivards Turf and Forage are premium and our premier sports partners for 2024. We'll come back on our pregame report and take a look at Drive for the Title and set up what's on the line in this matchup tonight. So stay with us as our drive time to kick off now at about 21 minutes You can see on your screen 16 and a half before the clock runs out. It's set to run out 5 before kickoff. About 21 and a half minutes to our kickoff tonight, and our drive time to kickoff brought to you by Mike's Custom Truck of Northwood and Nelson Auto of Grand Forks. We'll come back with more in that pregame report next. This is our coverage of high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to SprayAdvantage.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always...
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com. Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Welcome back to our pregame report this evening for high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. KNOX Live Sports tonight in Wahpeton, where the Wahpeton Huskies play host to the Grand Forks Central Knights in a game that has a lot of postseason implications. We bring you our pregame report tonight, courtesy of Signature Graphics and Apparel. It's your vision. They'll make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel in East Grand Forks. The custom etching that they do is something that's really out of this world. They can take a logo or anything that you have, etch that into a different type of material, and make sure that's sealed onto apparel. Sometimes that's better than silk screening, lasts longer and is more durable. They have the custom embroidery, silk screening, and they do vinyl signage as well at Signature Graphics and Apparel. And True North Equipment, ready to serve you, true to your values in the northern Red River Valley. You've known them for their John Deere products, quality products for decades in the United States, and True North Equipment has 4 locations to help you. Lawn care all the way up to your ag operation. They're looking forward to working with you at True North Equipment, true to your values, and ready to serve you in the upper Red River Valley. So let's take a look at what's on the line tonight with Drive for the Title. It's brought to you tonight by Toys for Trucks. Here you can see, for those of you on KNOX Live Sports, you'll see on the left-hand side of your screen the standings. For those of you with us on the radio side, we'll run them down for you. Red River's 4-0. There's only one league game left. You've got 5 opponents in this division with 6 total teams. You play 5 games, and Red River at 4-0 has the number 1 seed locked up. Now, a year ago, that might not be the case because QRF would matter. But those coaches out in Bismarck at the 3A level, Bismarck High, Bismarck Century, they weren't exactly comfortable with QRF helping to determine the seeding for playoff teams and who made it. They wanted something to go back to the old days, you could say, where the top 4 from East Region make it and then the top 4 from the West Region make it, and they cross over in the playoffs. So Red River plays a game tonight that has no meaning at all when they take on Devil's Lake. West Fargo Horace is a game behind Red River, but that was, of course, the game Red River won last week, and so Horace stuck in second place unless they were to lose tonight to Fargo South. Wahpeton's 2-2, Devil's Lake's 2-2, Central's 1-3 with their lone win over South, and South is winless at 0-4. And so what Central is attempting to do tonight is catch Wahpeton and Devil's Lake for a 3-way tie, or if they were to be fortunate enough for Devil's Lake to upset Red River, just beat Wahpeton and make their way into the playoffs. You can see on the bottom of your screen, Red River's the top seed. Horace and Wahpeton have clinched playoff spots, and Wahpeton is in no matter what happens tonight unless Devil's Lake were to upset Red River. And so we're kind of going that direction with a situation where Red River should be the heavy favorite against Devil's Lake tonight. And you can see on the bottom of your screen that Central clinches a win, or clinches with a win of 11 points or more and a Devil's Lake loss. Now we'll show you why that's the case as we take a look at our second set of playoff scenarios. So Devil's Lake and Red River play tonight. You can see on the top of your screen, Red River wins at Devil's Lake, Horace beats South, Wahpeton wins here tonight. Red River's the top seed, Horace number 2, Wahpeton number 3, Devil's Lake would be number 4, Devil's Lake would be 2-4, and they would be ahead of Grand Forks Central. If Red River wins at Devil's Lake tonight, Horace defeats South, but Central beats Wahpeton, then Wahpeton, Devil's Lake, and Central are all 2-3, and they're in a 3-way tie. The way North Dakota decides their 3-way ties, if everybody's beaten everybody and nobody has head-to-head, is to go to point differential. And right now, Wahpeton's at plus 14 in the point differential. They beat Devil's Lake 28-14. Devil's Lake is at minus 7. They defeated Central by 7, but lost by 14 to Wahpeton. And, of course, Central right now would be at minus 7 as well. If Central wins by 11 tonight, they get to plus 4, and they would reduce Wahpeton to plus 3. And that would give Central the number 3 seed out of that 3-way tie. And then the 4th seed would go back to head-to-head competition. Wahpeton has the win over Devil's Lake, and that's the way that works. But if Central wins by 10 or less tonight, Wahpeton ends up with the tiebreaker on point differential to claim the 3rd seed. Then they go back to head-to-head, and Devil's Lake won the game with Central, which means Devil's Lake would get the 4 seed. It's very convoluted. It doesn't always work out the way that you'd think. Point differential can really drive a lot of people crazy. But tonight, if you're Central, you've got to go into this thinking that Red River will win. You must win by 11 or more in order to make the playoffs. And on the bottom of your screen, Devil's Lake beats Red River. Horace beats South tonight. Red River's 5-1, Horace 5-1, still in. Devil's Lake's 3-2, and then the winner here clinches, and it becomes an elimination game if the winner here were to lose. And that's the way the scenarios for the playoff come to fruition here in the final week of the season. And that's Drive for the Title tonight, and it's brought to you by Toys for Trucks, your car, truck, and Jeep accessory supercenter. They have a showroom full of custom wheels and rims to help you take your ride to the next level, performance tires to make sure that it handles and feels the way it looks after you upgrade it. And as the nights get cooler and the mornings are a little bit chillier, that automatic start, starting to think about that, aren't you? I know we've got a couple of nice weeks of weather left to go, but when it turns, you're going to want to be ready for that nice warmer trip to work in the morning. And Toys for Trucks has the quality automatic starts that will run for you and start for you each time, and they'll install it as well. Toys for Trucks, 6105 Gateway Drive, Highway 2 West in Grand Forks. We'll continue with our pregame report in a couple of moments. Our drive time to kick off down to about 12 minutes between Wahpeton and Grand Forks Central. Brought to you tonight by Mike's Custom Truck. and Nelson Auto. This is our coverage of high school football. We're back with more pregame report brought to you by True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel next on the Rivards Turf and 4-H Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school football tonight on the Rivards Turf and 4-H Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. Now, we've been telling you about our drive time to kickoff tonight, but we were just informed that there will be a senior night presentation here tonight as well. So we may be kicking off a little bit later than that clock would indicate. The festivities will get started about 5 minutes before kickoff, but the game itself might be delayed, and that's okay. We've got a nice cool night tonight with very little breeze here in Wahpeton. The last time we were here, it had a windy start to it for the Red River matchup, but tonight I think we're going to have a nice calm night, which will be kind of nice, and that crispness of fall will be in the air to indicate to us that the playoffs begin next week. It's Central to take on Wahpeton this evening. Central coming in 1-3 in the league. Wahpeton coming in 2-2 in the league, and a big one on the line tonight as far as playoff positioning is concerned here in the Rivards Turf and 4-H Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. Tonight, our pregame report brought to you by Signature Graphics and Apparel in East Grand Forks. It's your vision. They'll make it come to life. And True North Equipment, true to your values and ready to serve you in the upper Red River Valley. Let's take a look at our game fuel that we have for you this evening, presented by Circle K. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and we're going to take that off the screen so that we can get that ready for you here, folks, because we've had a little bit of a snafu there here tonight. So work with us while we get that ready to go. Apologies for that. Our game fuel is presented tonight by Circle K, a brand new location that they have for you in Grand Forks, and you're going to see them at their location on South Washington. It's beautiful. They've been able to take care of the landscaping that's been put together now, and so when you see that on the street on the way out, you just know that you're running into something that is a beautiful location. And Circle K has a great store inside that's very useful for you as well. A number of beverage options that they have for you, lots of room, clean store, huge frozen food section that they have for you also, and a car wash that's available for you. And remember, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the way throughout the course of the year. And that's one of the big pieces that Circle K offers you. Circle K in Grand Forks bringing you our game fuel tonight. For Central, Anton Perales is not in the starting lineup tonight. The running back that's going to get the start will be Naz Fisher. We'll see if Perales is able to go this evening. If he is, the Knights have done some things with him taking snaps at quarterback and tried to use some misdirection with him being able to simply run the football. They did a lot of that a year ago, and they're going to try some of that, we would think, if Anton Perales is able to play. Now, Noah Lease will get the start at quarterback tonight. He's thrown for 449 yards. They're going to need a night out of him to perhaps be able to stretch the field once or twice against this Wahpeton team and try to keep Wahpeton's defense off balance. And that Wahpeton defense is good. Naz Fisher, 38 tackles on the year. Speaking of defense, he's been a leader for Grand Forks Central in the defensive category as a running back and a linebacker. 3 tackles for loss. He's had a great defensive season. You can see the offensive numbers for Wahpeton on your screen on our Game Fuel. Bjorn Kubala, 1,530 yards, 15 touchdowns. He's got great athletes to throw the football to, and they make some things happen after the catch. And Trayton Mauk has run for 1,022 yards this year. So you have a 1,500-yard thrower and a 1,000-yard rusher on your team. 13 touchdowns for Trayton Mauk. Wahpeton's been able to move the football. Jackson DeVries, 600 yards, pulling it in through the air. Braden Steffens, 491 yards through the air. They've got some players to go to, and the thing that stands out as I was looking at things getting ready for today is that Wahpeton's linebacker core has really been very good this year. Isaiah Bruchette, 38.5 tackles, 3.5 sacks. Trayton Mauk, 70 tackles. Evan Doctor, 42.5 tackles. And Michael Peterson, 30 tackles. Those 4 men playing linebacker for Wahpeton are one of the reasons why Red River had some problems moving the football when they were down here recently. They've got a good core. And that's our Game Fuel tonight, and it's brought to you by Circle K in Grand Forks. We're about to have our national anthem here tonight, so we will take a pause for our national anthem, and we'll come back with more of our pregame report in just a couple of moments. Stay with us as we continue with Grand Forks Central at Wahpeton tonight. High school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters. Something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school football tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. I'm not 100% sure how this next part's going to work. They have parents on the field, but there are no announced people that are going to join them tonight. This is a little odd. They've got the parents that have strung out on the field here in Wahpeton for senior night. They just announced all their cheerleaders, but none of the cheerleaders decided to leave their position on the right-hand side of the field and go join their parents. And so they're introducing the football team like their starting lineups are going to be their seniors tonight, but it was kind of a false start in the way they got this to go in order to kind of employ a football pun. I'm not sure exactly what happened here, but nonetheless, senior night continues, and they must have a military theme tonight as well because the Huskies are in military-themed uniforms tonight. They're not in their traditional purple or white uniforms. They're in urban camouflage with some purple numbers this evening, and they do have a member of the North Dakota Army National Guard here with the American flag that's out in front greeting the team members as they come out of their tunnel. But for whatever reason, we had some players or the cheerleaders, I guess, rather, decided not to go join their parents when they were announced tonight for senior night. So we'll take a look at our starting lineups here in a couple of moments, and we'll also take a look at our keys for the game. For those of you on the radio side, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is our coverage of high school football. Ryan Cunningham with you tonight from Wahpeton as we get ready for our starting lineups. Let's take a look at our keys for the game this evening. They're brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center. Stop in and see what's new for the season at Jarrell Sports Center with our Jarrell Sports Center keys for the game. Hey, hockey season's about to begin. I know the youth are going to be on the ice coming up this Monday night. I think I saw our schedule. It's always hockey season in Grand Forks, but now it's getting real. Jarrell Sports Center has that precision skate sharpening that you're looking for. You can get the right edge to get your season started at Jarrell Sports Center in Hockey World, South Washington in Grand Forks. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and take that off the screen for you tonight as well. We had just a couple of equipment issues that came up for us as we got here tonight, and it looks like the keys for the game that we were supposed to have as well did not update like they were supposed to this evening. So let's go ahead and take a couple of moments and we'll get the right ones on the screen for you because I think it's important. We went ahead and put together what we had for you. Let's go ahead and show you what we've got going on. Let's try this again now with our keys to the game brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center. For Grand Forks Central, that interior defense has to be big because where Wahpeton will start is Trayton Mauk running the football, and he loves to run between the tackles. We saw that against Red River, and if we see Wahpeton gouging a bunch of yards there, it's going to be a long night. Also, they have to affect the passer. Bjorn Kubala, very good passer. You've got to make him move. You got to make him move frequently. When he gets to stand tall, he's got a lot of receivers that can get open. And, of course, when you have to win by 11 on the road, turnovers are just deadly. So they can't have a single turnover in this one tonight, or it's going to be a difficult situation. You can't afford to give up any of your possessions. For Wahpeton, you have to be assignment sharp against that run. It's going to be a big part of what happens there for the Huskies because Central's going to try to use the run, and they're going to try to use some misdirection to do it. Also, spreading Central out with your athletes. So many very good skilled position athletes for Wahpeton, and Central's going to have a hard time covering them all if you go ahead and spread this Huskies, or rather this Knights team out. And then finally, act like you're not in the playoffs. That's important because there's that possibility that things don't go your way, and you're not. You still have to come in here and act like you need to win in order to get in. That's a big part of it. And those are the keys to the game tonight, brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. We want to thank True North Equipment and Signature Graphics and Apparel for bringing you our coverage of our pregame report this evening. It's time to get ready for the opening kickoff as the Knights will kick this away to the Huskies to get started. And the Knights will be kicking from our right to left. 2 Huskies will go back deep. And again, the lights here are just not good at all. This is a short kick towards the far side, so we're going to have a hard time picking up numbers. The kickoff is bobbled by the Huskies and returned down the far sideline across the 25 to around the 27, and that's where the Huskies are going to take over first down and 10, around the 27-yard line. We'll be kind of following along with the public address announcer here tonight because, as we mentioned, the lighting, you can see a big dark gap out in the middle of the field, and I'm not really sure with the lights the way they are how it is that even the players see each other on the field, but obviously they're a little bit closer to the field than we are. So we'll do our best to bring you through this one tonight, but it's going to be a rather difficult night to pick up some of those dark numbers on dark uniforms from Wahpeton as they have their military night going on here. And there's no more sun to set. This is as good as it's going to get. Those of you that are on video, you can actually see it better than we can tonight. The ball is placed at the 26, and there is some sort of a delay that's going on here. I don't see a penalty flag out there at all. But oh, there's an injury. Okay, there is an injured player. I see that. Thank you for that. There's a Knight that is injured back at around the 10-yard line. And so they're tending to that situation right now, and that looks like that could be a rather difficult injury. One of the Knights is down back at the 10 as they get ready to start the football game. So an inauspicious start tonight for the Knights and the Huskies. And it looks like they're going to get Keegan Hauser up off the field, I believe is the man that was injured. Keegan Hauser wearing number 60 tonight, and Hauser will come off the field apparently under his own power. So good news for Grand Forks Central. Looks like Hauser would be able to come back into play unless it's a concussion type of situation. And now we'll see Wahpeton come onto the field. Again, that urban camouflage stuff they have going on with the purple numbers. They say that's clearly contrasting. I don't know if I'd call it clearly contrasting. 4 receivers, trips right for Wahpeton on first down and 10 from their own 26-yard line. Kubala out of the shotgun. He'll give it away to Trayton Mount. Big hole off left tackle. He spins ahead of the 30 and is out to around the 32 before he's brought down. Johnny Sherrick, Naz Fisher combining for the top. That's Fisher to get over there and make the stop right away. And Malk is out to the 32. Be a gain of 6 yards for Trayton Malk on that play. And second down and 4 coming up for Wahpeton. But those are the types of plays that Central will have to shore up. Trayton Malk gouging you through the middle is going to be a recipe for Wahpeton. They're going to want to go too early and often tonight. Kubel out of the shotgun, second down. Malk again up the middle. Short gain this time. Looks to be right around the first down marker as he's brought down. We'll see if a spot's going to give him. Looks like they're going to call him short upstairs. They're going to give him the first down on the field, however. It'll be first down and 10. Stop made by Brody Melliker for Grand Forks Central, but a 4-yard pickup for Trayton Malk. And it'll be first down and 10 for Wahpeton as they move the sticks on their opening possession tonight. From the 37 for the Huskies, 3 receivers, twins to the right side. Kubala surveying the defense from Grand Forks Central, steps into a shotgun snap. Throws near side, pass caught at the 40 and up to the 41-yard line will be Jack Gilbertson, who makes the catch on the near edge. Gilbertson, 14 catches on the season, 109 yards, not used as often as some of the other receivers in this lineup. That'll be a pickup of 3 yards for Gilbertson on his first catch tonight. Short gain, and it's second down and 7 for Grand Forks, rather for Wahpeton, just ahead of their own 40. Just underway in the matchup with 10:40 to go here in the opening quarter of football. Kubala out of the shotgun with 4 receivers. Again, 3 will string to his left side, the wide side of the field. A bullet shotgun snap. Throw to Braden Steffens on the near sideline. He's knocked out of bounds right around the 45. Gain of 4, maybe 5 before he stopped. Braden Dirks came over to make the stop. They're going to put the football right at the 45. That'll be a gain of 5 yards for Braden Steffens. And here's a big third down, and Wahpeton wants to go quickly. Third down and 2 from the 45-yard line, their own. Kubala looks to the sideline. 4 receivers, again 3 left. They'll stay in the same formation as the last snap. Kubala gives it away to Malk, runs right past the pass rush. Big hole on the outside numbers. He stiff arms a man, and Kubala will give to Malk, and Kubala will watch Malk go to the end zone for a touchdown. 55-yard run for Trayton Mauk, able to just stiff arm his way through traffic and get to the end zone to score. And Wahpeton will take a 6-0 lead on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. You'll see the hold develop, and Mauk just wasn't touched by that initial rush up the field, and then wasn't touched until he got 25 yards downfield and just sort of stepped out of the touch from there and makes himself into the end zone for a 6-0 lead for Wahpeton as the Huskies will look for the point after convert. The kick is on its way, and the kick is no good. They'll leave a point on the field, but Grand Forks Central in a hole to start the matchup tonight with 9:41 to play here in the opening quarter. It's the Knights down 6-0 to Wahpeton on our all-true scoreboard. We have a timeout for Big Jim's Tire and also for Apex Apparel in Grand Forks. Back with more in a moment on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school football tonight in the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Knights down 6-0. We'll get to our starting lineups coming up here in a couple of moments for Grand Forks Central, brought to you by Franson Bank and Trust. Kick is away for Wahpeton as they go 55 yards on a run by Trayton Mauk to the end zone. Knights on kickoff return. They'll let the ball bounce, and across the 20 to the 23 goes the return for Zaid Martin of Grand Forks Central. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's matchup. For Grand Forks Central, brought to you by Franson Bank and Trust. For the Knights, the center is Ryder McNally. The guards are Eli Fisher and Keegan Hauser, and the tackles are Brody Melliker and Carson Corbett. The wide receivers are Zaid Martin, Braden Dirks, and Tyson Bonio. The tight end is Quante Henry. The running back is Naz Fisher. Noah Lease will get the start at quarterback tonight. We'll run through the Knight defense for you in a couple of moments. But right now, we'll see the Knights go into the pistol. And we'll see Noah Lease waiting for the snap on 1st down and 10 for Grand Forks Central at their own 23-yard line. He'll motion a fullback into the backfield, gives the ball to Naz Fisher looking for a lead block, strung out to the edge, tries to throw a tackler away, and he's down at around the 24, maybe a gain of a yard in the play for Naz Fisher. Defensively for Grand Forks Central, the nose is Hauser. The ends are Fisher and Melliker. The linebackers are Naz Fisher, Johnny Sherrick, Eli Thompson, and Zethan Feldman. The defensive backs, Latrell Murph and Vanyo are the safeties. Zaid Martin and Dirks are the corners. And your starting lineups tonight brought to you by Franson Bank and Trust. Real people, real results, fransonbank.com. 2nd down and 9 after a yard gain for Naz Fisher. Again out of the pistol for the quarterback, Noah Lease, waiting for the shotgun snap. He's got it. This time Fisher on the right side, strung it out to the edge, found a hole to work with, and sprints out to the 30 for a gain of perhaps 5 before he spun down. Naz Fisher, a nice positive play off that right edge, kind of going edge on it before Braden Steffens will bring him down over on the far side of the field. But Fisher for 5, perhaps 6 on the play. They'll give him 6 on the field, and it's 3rd down and 3 for the Knights. Big possession early for Central. You're down 6-0. You act like you have to win the game by 11 in order to get into the playoffs, and so you need to keep the football here. You don't want to go down by 2 possessions. 3rd down and 3. They'll motion Henry from left to right to sign up as a fullback. They'll give in the backfield. 1st down carry and more. This, I don't believe, is Naz Fisher carrying the football. Out to around the 45 goes the football. I believe it was carried by Zaid Martin. That'll be a 14-yard pickup for Grand Forks Central and a 1st down coming up for the Knights.
Nice carry for number 20, Jackson Peckham for the Central.
Actually, they're giving that to number 20, but I don't know that that was number 20. That was number 2, I believe, that ran the football. That was Anton Perales. Okay, thank you very much. Anton Perales carried the football and picked up 14 yards. And again, folks, we apologize. We just simply cannot see the numbers with the very very much a lack of light here in Wahpeton. They'll give this away near side of the field. Believe that this is Perales again, who's ahead of the 45 and out to around the 47-yard line. So Perales getting a carry a moment ago. He'll get another one here, and Anton Perales will pick up 3 before he's brought down on the near edge by Landon Ralph, who's had a very nice season defensively for Wahpeton. And Perales with 3 yards. See, they're even upstairs, if you can hear that, they're crediting the carries to number 20. They can't even see the numbers up there. I don't know how they get away with playing on a field with so little light, but they're going to have to do something about that at some point down the, and I don't know if Wahpeton's ever going to have their own field, that type of thing. Perales on the right side trying to exploit off the tackle, short gain, spins ahead of midfield and is up to the Wahpeton 49 for a gain of 3 before he's brought down. And here comes another big third down play. They will give that 4 yards on the play. They did get Anton Perales. They actually corrected that upstairs now. So Anton Perales with a pair of carries back to back. He's got 21 yards on the ground now in those 3 carries rather. And it's third down and a short 4 coming up for Grand Forks Central. 6:25 to play opening quarter. And the Knights down 6-0 in a game that they have to win by a total of 11 in order to make their way into the playoffs. Lease out of the pistol, a rush coming, a blitz off the right edge from the Wahpeton Huskies. The blitz makes his way, they run away from it. It's Fisher right side. Fisher's got a first down, leaps across the tackler as he got to the 45, runs his way inside the 40, and is out of bounds at the 37-yard line. 12-yard pickup for Naz Fisher. And the ground game is working for Grand Forks Central here in the early going. As the Knights take it down to the 37-yard line, it'll be first down and 10 for Grand Forks Central at the Wahpeton 37. Again, the playoff implications are big in this one tonight. Grand Forks Central needs to win by 11 if they were to finish in a 2-way or actually 3-way tie. If they see an upset by Devils Lake over Red River tonight, this is an elimination game. Fisher right side across the 35 as he runs edge and got himself to the 32. It'll be a gain of perhaps 5 yards for Naz Fisher. Again, run down off the edge by Isaiah Bruchette. Braden Steffens coming up from a cornerback's position as well. Be a gain of 4 for Naz Fisher on the play. He's out to 23 yards. And it's second down and 6 for the Knights with the ball at the 32. Drive started for the Knights at about their own 21-yard line. And they've been able to pick up some key first downs. Perales and Fisher running the ball exclusively on the drive. Second down and 6 for the Knights. They'll motion tight end Quante Henry across the formation and back. Lease will take the snap, gives it away in the backfield. New ball carrier here, and the new ball carrier is going to go down right around the line of scrimmage. I believe that was Logan Voorhees that got the carry, and he'll be knocked out of bounds on the far edge of the football field near the central sideline, right around the line of scrimmage. They're actually going to spot the ball back a yard to the 38, so Voorhees will lose one on the play, and it will be third down and 6 for Grand Forks Central at the 33 of Wahpeton. Got to win the game by 11, so you're in 4-down territory. You'd probably be in 4-down territory this spot in the field no matter what, but certainly on a night like this. Lease out of the shotgun on third down and 6 for the Knights. He'll motion a receiver from left to right behind the formation. Gives again to Voorhees, sprinting ahead. Got hit hard as he got to the 30. It'll be a gain of 3 and a big fourth down coming up for Grand Forks Central as Voorhees picks up 3 to the 30. So here comes a huge fourth down play. Voorhees picks up 3 yards. Isaiah Bruchette comes up with a tackle once again for Wahpeton. They're going to give him just 2 on that play, it would appear. So it'll be fourth down and call it 2 for Grand Forks Central from the Wahpeton 30-yard line. Another pistol formation for Grand Forks Central. Lease waiting for the snap out of that pistol. Motions a receiver off of right tackle across the formation. Lease takes the snap, gives the ball away. Perales shedding tacklers. He's got the first down up to the 25. It's a gain of 5 for the Knights as Anton Perales picks up a key first down. And the drive for Grand Forks Central will continue to the Wahpeton 25. Been a long time consuming drive for the Knights. Clock down to 3 minutes, 40 seconds to play in the opening quarter, and the Knights down 6-0, surrendering a 55-yard touchdown run. on the first drive of the game to Trayton Mauck for Wahpeton. But the Knights have worked from the 21 to the Wahpeton 25. Quante Henry in motion again. Noah Lease bobbles the snap, tries to get low, calling his own number. Took a hit as he got just to the 25 and perhaps a half yard beyond it. Lease calling his own number, I believe, on a designed play in that situation. Isaiah Brushard comes up with a stop again. He's been a great story for Wahpeton this season. 38.5 tackles, 2.5 sacks. One of those very active linebackers that we talked about in the pregame report tonight. Trayton Mauck with 70 tackles. Evan Doctor with 42.5 tackles, also in that linebacker spot. Michael Peterson with 30. They are the core of that defense. Second down and 10, no gain on the play for Noah Lease. Lease the snap, right side, Naz Fisher shedding a tackler, bounced outside, got tripped up from behind as he was one move away from bouncing outside the numbers. He'll pick up 4 to around the 21. Trayton Mauck coming up with a stop for Wahpeton. Naz Fisher picks up around 4. He'll have 27 yards on the drive. It's third down and 6 from the Wahpeton 21-yard line. 4 down territory again, you would think, almost no matter what. And we'll wait for the pistol snap coming up for Noah Lease. He'll motion his receiver back behind the line of scrimmage once again, camping out off right tackle. The run goes that way. Fisher looking for a hole, found one. He's inside the red zone, up to the Wahpeton 15, and we'll see whether or not he picked up enough to move the chains. It looks like he's just short. They'll give him 5 yards on the play for Naz Fisher. He'll be short, just shy of the 15-yard line. And here comes 4th down and 1 for Grand Forks Central. 31 yards on the drive for Naz Fisher. 4th down and 1 for the Grand Forks Central Knights at the Wahpeton 15. They're in the RBB Electric red zone. Lease waiting for a shotgun snap. Hard count has it. Gives the right side. Fisher found a hole. Shuffle steps through it. He's got the first down and more inside the 15 and up to the Wahpeton 12. It'll be a pickup of 3 and move the sticks again for Grand Forks Central. It's first down and 10. All the way down to 1:23 seconds left to go in the opening quarter as we start to see this first quarter drift away. Each team has had the ball just once, and Wahpeton had the ball just a handful of plays before they got to the end zone on a 55-yard touchdown run by Trayton Mauck. But the Knights fighting back and driving nearly the length of the field from their own 21 now to the Wahpeton 12-yard line. First and 10. They'll give the football away again left side. Anton Perales found a big lead block, drives his way to the end zone, and he's in for a Grand Forks Central Knights touchdown. Anton Perales will finish off the drive and go 12 yards to the house, and Central ties the football game. Take a look at it again in the RBB Electric and the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. You see the same formation. They set up this time off left tackle, and Perales able to find just a great lead block. He didn't get touched until he got to the 5-yard line, and Grand Forks Central gets an equalizing touchdown to tie the game. And before the point after try, we see a timeout taken by Grand Forks Central. So the Knights will call for timeout. The score comes with 54 seconds left of the opening quarter. And so with 54 seconds left, Grand Forks Central has equalized the football game, a score of 6-all, and Central trying to take the lead after Anton Perales gets into the end zone from 12 yards out, and Wahpeton missed on an extra point try on their first opportunity. First score of the night again was Trayton Mauck going 55 yards to the end zone for a touchdown, and Mauck on the night now with 65 yards. And Wahpeton threw the ball a couple of times on that drive, but it was basically all Trayton Mauck on 3 carries, 1 for 6, 1 for 4, and 1 for 55. But the Knights just executed a 79-yard drive, all on the ground between Naz Fisher, Anton Perales, and a carry for Logan Voorhees. And they were able to find the end zone, and that's a tremendous confidence booster for this Knights team. Knights back on the field, looking for a 2-point conversion opportunity. So the Knights come back out. Noah Lease out of the pistol. They're going to go for 2 rather than 1. I believe Talon Lunsky is here and could kick extra points, but this is a product of the Knights having to score points in order to get into the playoffs. They vault to the right side. Ball came out before. A ball was carried across the goal line for Naz Fisher, and he stopped short of the goal line, which means that will be a no-good conversion opportunity for Grand Forks Central, and will be tied at 6 apiece. So once again, the Knights have to go for 2 in order to get the scoring that they need to get into the playoffs. That's one of the, situations that come up when you're in this moment. We have a timeout for Apex Apparel in Grand Forks and for Big Jim's Tire. This is our coverage of high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World. When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335. Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Started with a bang for Wahpeton, but the Knights respond with a 79-yard scoring drive. And the game is tied at 6 apiece as a line drive kick will go hard into the end zone. And Wahpeton will get started after a touchback in their own end. Tonight, Red River is playing at Devil's Lake. We'll try to keep you up to date with some scores on that one throughout the course of the night tonight, see if we can get something coming in and find out a little bit more about which way that one's going. Again, if Devil's Lake were to upset Red River tonight, this becomes an elimination game. If Devil's Lake holds serve against Grand Forks Red River tonight, which I think would be the expectation for most, then the game here tonight is for Central trying to reach a 3-way tie and work the point differential angle. Bjorn Kubala out of the shotgun on first down, throws to Gilbertson on the far edge, who sprints across the 25, is out near the 28-yard line for a gain of about 8 yards on a short throw. Make sure they give that to Jack Gilbertson. Well, they're not going to give it away upstairs. I'll go ahead. Okay, Braden Dirks comes up with a tackle. That much we know. I'll tell you what, when your own public address announcer can't see the numbers, is all I'm going to say, right? 2nd down and 3 after a 7-yard catch for Jack Gilbertson. Ball given away in the backfield. Believe it's Trayton Mount. First down out to around the 34. Should be a gain of about 8 yards. That is Trayton Mount carrying the football. And a stop coming in for the linebacker core. Zethan Feldman comes up with the stop. But an 8-yard pickup for Trayton Mount. And with that big 55-yard touchdown run that he had, he's out to a 73-yard first quarter. And the clock running down. Final play of the first quarter coming up here. Kubala taking a look. He may not get this one off on time, and the clock did run out. That's going to take us to the second quarter. So the first quarter comes to an end with a tie ball game, and the Huskies on the drive. 6-6 on your all-true scoreboard after a quarter play. Second quarter's on the way after a timeout for Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround, family-owned promotional shop in Grand Forks, and for Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of egg tires in the region. This is our coverage of high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Score update coming in on the All True scoreboard tonight from Devils Lake. Third quarter. My thanks to my scoreboard colleague Andy out there. I'll keep it between you and I unless you want me to go public with it. 20-0 Grand Forks Red River leading Devils Lake out in Devils Lake. So the Riders do what they're supposed to do there. This becomes a drive to get to point differential for Central, not a true elimination game. First down and 10 for Wahpeton as we start the second quarter. Huskies in camouflage uniforms tonight. Those of you watching on KNOX Live Sports might not see the look you're used to. Mount gets the football again, driving right side. Short gain. Knight's able to catch up to him as he makes his way to the 37. Maybe a 3-yard pickup. Johnny Sherikin on part of the stop. Zethan Feldman, he's had a couple of tackles as of late. Trayton Mount with a 55-yard touchdown run in this one so far tonight. Second down and 7 coming up for the Huskies. Bjorn Kubala hasn't been called upon to throw a lot tonight. He's made 3 tosses. They've been completed. Second down and 7. He'll throw bootleg this time on the right side, and Jackson DeVries with the catch, and DeVries is outside the numbers into Central territory across the 45, the 40, and he's down to around the 38-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of 24 yards on the catch and run for Jackson DeVries, and DeVries will take it into Central territory for a first down. Boy, big catch getting outside the numbers, and again, just a throw bootleg style, but that's the reason why when we were talking about our game fuel tonight, you see all those big numbers on the screen for these receivers. DeVries, Steffens, they've got big offensive numbers because they've got really, really good skilled positions that can make some things happen after they get their hands on the football. Kubala out of the shotgun with 3 receivers. First and 10, now at the Central 38. Toss right side is high, caught along the boundary inside the 35 and down to the 33 for Wahpeton. That'll be Steffens that catches the football on the far edge. I'm going to let the PA announcer take that one. Steffens with his second catch tonight. He's got 11 yards, and it's second down and 4 now for the Huskies. Early in the second quarter, tied at 6 on the All True scoreboard. 4 receivers for the Huskies, 3 left on second down and 4. Shotgun snap, throwing a lead near side. Gilbertson, I believe, making this catch. Gilbertson hesitates, then makes a cut down the numbers. He's across the 20 and down to the 15-yard line. Gilbertson takes it to the 15, and that's going to be enough for a first down inside the RBB Electric red zone, as Gilbertson will pick up 17 yards on the catch. Now, all of a sudden, the air raid from Wahpeton moving down the field quickly. They want to come back and answer. 6-6 tie on the All True scoreboard, but the Huskies were just driven 79 yards for a touchdown for Central, and now Wahpeton wants to answer the call. Kubala reels in a high snap, back shoulder fade, pass incomplete. A lot of contact there. Zaid Martin on the coverage, trying to defend Trayton King, who went down the near sideline looking for something on the back shoulder, and it ends up falling incomplete. Scoreboard updates tonight brought to you by All True. Regular screenings with All True's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit alltrue.org or call 780-5000. Second down and 10 from the 15-yard line of Central for Wahpeton. Kubala out of the gun. Trayton Mount to his left in the backfield. Kubala takes the snap. It's Mount up the middle, shedding a couple of tackers and driving the pile inside the 10 to around the 9. Maybe a 6-yard pickup for Trayton Mount. Big night, 82 yards here in the opening half for Mount, and we still have 10 minutes of that opening half to play. Ball edges just inside the 10-yard line. So here comes 3rd and 5. We didn't see Wahpeton kicking a lot against Red River when we were down here, so I don't know that they would try for 3. They might be in 4-down territory here inside the Central 10-yard line. Kubala to Mauk. He gives it away up the middle. Found a hole, bounces outside the numbers, and he's into the end zone for a Wahpeton touchdown. Boy, when you see this on the replay, you'll see exactly what Trayton Mount can do with his athleticism, as it's now 12-6 in favor of Central. The American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. You'll see Mount attack the left side, and he has such a quick pivot to be able to bounce that outside. There's the bounce and bounce again, and those cuts come at a point where you really don't even see them coming, but he turns that into a nifty touchdown run of 10 yards. And Mount with 92 on the night and a pair of scores. Wahpeton will go for 2 leading by 2, a score of 12-6. Kubel out of the shotgun, 3 receivers, back shoulder fade again for the 2-point conversion. That's caught on the far side of the field, and that'll make it 14-6. Braden Steffens comes up with a catch, and with 9:41 left of the second quarter, Wahpeton's back on the scoreboard again. Another run, this time coming from Trayton Mauk, and it's 14-6 in favor of the Wahpeton Huskies. We have a timeout for Apex Apparel and Big Jim's Tire. This is our coverage of high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school football. Knights down 14-6, returning kick and a huge hit laid in as the Knights return the ball out to around the 34-yard line. Zaid Martin coming up with a kick return, and he's knocked down to the 34. So the Knights will get the football back. They drove 79 yards for a touchdown on their opening possession behind the running game of Naz Fisher and Anton Perales on the first drive. But the issue for Central is that right now, with Red River beating Devils Lake by 20, you've got to not only win this game, you've got to win it by 11, and you're back down 8 as the Wahpeton Husky offense has run right through Grand Forks Central tonight. So the defense will have to answer, but first, the offense has got to continue to score with the Wahpeton Huskies tonight. Noah Lease out of the shotgun, pair of receivers to the right, Quante Henry motions behind the line of scrimmage on 1st down and 10. Perales running towards Henry on the left side, hitting the backfield but struggled ahead of the 35, made his way near the 36 for a gain of perhaps 2. Anton Perales picking up a couple of yards, and again, more tackling coming out of that linebacker core. That would appear to be Evan Doctor that came with a stop. Isaiah Brushard in the middle there. He's had a ton of tackles tonight. Perales now with 40 yards on the night, and it's 2nd down and 8 for Grand Forks Central from the 36. Again, Red River leading over Devils Lake, trying to finish the regular season unblemished. A 20-0 lead out at Devils Lake tonight. 2nd down and 8. Lease turning, giving the football away to Naz Fisher. Trying to stretch right side, hit behind the line of scrimmage, and dropped back at the 35-yard line. Trayton Mauk was able to string that out for Wahpeton. And they had a little extra help as well out of the back end of their linebacker core. We mentioned that they've got good linebackers. Apparently, they've got some depth in that spot as well, as that tackle went to Hunter Bolke, who comes up. A reserve on the offensive side of things as well. Bolke comes up with a tackle there. It'll be a loss of a yard back to the 35 for Naz Fisher. So here's 3rd down and 9 for Grand Forks Central at their own 35-yard line. 8:15 to play first half. The Knights down 14-6. Lease waiting out of the pistol. He'll stack receivers, tight ends to the right. And now Central doesn't like their formation, and they are going to call for timeout. So the Knights will call for a stoppage with 8:06 to play until halftime. We'll take a timeout as well. Brought to you tonight by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround family-owned promotional shop in Grand Forks, and brought to you by Big Jim's Tire, your top supplier of ag tires in the region. It's 14-6 Wahpeton on the All-True scoreboard. This is our coverage of high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Out of the timeout, Grand Forks Central 3rd down and 9 from their own 35. They trail by 8. 14-6 to Wahpeton here in Wahpeton tonight, early second quarter. Noah Lease, hitch and go, wants to throw over the middle, pass incomplete. Little high for Zane Martin. Had the guy he was looking for, but overshot his receiver at the 35. And Central looking to have to run the punt team in. Another update, they're going into the fourth quarter out in Devil's Lake. And Red River leading 20-0 over Devil's Lake. They got started at 6 o'clock tonight. Grand Forks County Sheriff Andy Schneider calling in our scoreboard updates tonight. He says he's out by Devil's Lake and he's listening in each ear this evening. Kick is away. High, very short punt as it was rushed with some pressure coming in from Wahpeton, but it gets a pro night hop and then is stopped by Quante Henry. He fielded it at the 47-yard line of the Huskies when that ball was destined to continue to roll. It had that good Red River, I should say Central hop, going end over end down the field, and Quante Henry perhaps bailed Wahpeton out of about 10-15 yards of field position by touching that up. But my thanks to Sheriff Snyder for keeping us up to date on the scores out there. And I'll tell you what, it's good to have people that are interested in the high school game around here as well. It's good to have people that when they're out doing the thing, they've got it pulled up, and that's the way that they're kind of keeping up to date with things as they're monitoring the high school sports. I like to see that. I like to hear that. So thank you for the help tonight. Bjorn Kubala with 3 receivers, twins to the right on first down. Gives to Trayton Mount, tries to muscle his way off right tackle. Not much to it. Maybe nudges the pile to the 49 before that stop. Gain of a couple of yards. We'll see who came low. Johnny Sherrick got low in that linebacker edge and was able to come up with part of the stop. Slow that play down just a little bit. Trayton Mount now with 94 yards in the first half. However, a pair of touchdowns, including a 55-yarder. So he's done what he's supposed to do for the Wahpeton Huskies here tonight. 2nd down and 8. Kubala waiting again out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Oh, Mauk just got blown up in the backfield by Naz Fisher. Oh, my goodness. Naz Fisher came jetting through the line and just blew up Trayton Mauk. Look at this play again on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. No idea how Naz Fisher knew where that ball was going, but he comes on a blitz and just absolutely meets and wrecks Trayton Mauk in the backfield. And we'll see if the Knights can build on that as they force a 3rd down and 13. It's a loss of 5 yards on the play. Edge game, near side, jet sweep motion, and there's Mauk getting revenge. Breaks outside the numbers, the 25, the 20, the 10, the 5, to the pylon. He's out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So Mauk comes right back with his physical running and will take it for 54 yards to the Grand Forks Central 2. 148 yards in the opening half for Trayton Mauk, and he sets up 1st down and goal. And boy, oh boy, did the fortunes change in that situation in an all-fired hurry. Had the play just a moment ago where Naz Fisher comes up with a big stop, and now Mauk goes 54 yards to set up what you feel like is going to be a score, and now Wahpeton is going to call for timeout. We'll take a timeout as well, but we'll keep it here. Our timeouts brought to you by Big Jim's Tire, and our timeouts are brought to you tonight as well by Apex Apparel. Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround, family-owned promotional shop in Grand Forks. You can find them on Demers, quality work, and they've got promotional items to go with apparel. So when it's time to promote your team, promote your school, promote your political party, or promote that business, they've got you covered at Apex Apparel. Big Jim's Tire, the #1 supplier of egg tires in Grand Forks, whether it's tires for your passenger vehicles or tires for those trucks that are hauling that precious produce off to market. They've got you covered at Big Jim's Tire. Stop and see them on Gateway in Grand Forks. They can take on just about any job for you at Big Jim's Tire. Playoffs begin next week, and Red River will be at home coming up on Friday night.
The ambulance needs to depart, but we have some vehicles blocking its path. We will need to move those vehicles. We're working on getting some license plate numbers.
They're apparently struggling with an ambulance that they're trying to get in. I'm not sure if the ambulance needs to get into the field. I don't see any players that are in need of ambulance service here at this point, but they're asking for some vehicles to move because apparently there are some vehicles that are blocking the ambulance from being able to drive in. First down and goal from the 2 for the Wahpeton Huskies. Bjorn Kubala out of the shotgun, 3 receivers trying to put the Huskies up by 2 scores tonight. Going to throw a slant, and the pass is caught for a Wahpeton Husky touchdown. Believe it's Jackson DeVries. No correction, Braden Steffens that will haul it in. It's a 2-yard touchdown strike to Braden Steffens, and the Huskies will go up by 14 at 20-6.
Immediately, license plate number 135 EAJ, red Cadillac.
The time of the touchdown will be at 6 minutes and 33 seconds of the opening half, and it will be a 2-yard touchdown catch into the hands of Braden Steffens to put the Huskies up by 2 scores, and they'll now look for an extra point opportunity. Trayton Mauk is the kicker, and he'll nail the PAT, and the Huskies extend their lead to 15. With 6.5 to play in the opening half, new score on our Ultra scoreboard. The Huskies 21, the Knights 6 here in Wahpeton. We have a timeout once again for Big Jim's Tire at Apex Apparel. They bring you our timeouts tonight. This is our coverage of high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Wahpeton will kick the football, leading by 21-6 on our All-True scoreboard over Grand Forks Central as they get into the end zone for the 3rd time tonight, and Trayton Mauk having a day. 148 yards so far tonight in the ground for Trayton Mauk. Just kicks an extra point from the 19-yard line. Kickoff return. Braden Dirks will take it out ahead of the 25 to around the 29, and that's where Grand Forks Central will get started. Time for a game look-in, and it's brought to you tonight by Vegan Construction. Designers, builders, engineers doing quality work in the region since 1938. Vegan Construction bringing you our game look-in. Trayton Mauk gets the scoring started early with a 55-yard touchdown run. He's in the end zone twice tonight. A touchdown pass of 2 yards for Bjorn Kubala for the 3rd score tonight. Central scored on a 79-yard drive to start the game between Anton Perales and Naz Fisher, and it's 21-6 in favor of Wahpeton. And that's your game look-in tonight, brought to you by Vegan Construction. Designers, builders, engineers in Grand Forks. Quick throw for Central. Zane Martin making the catch. Gets outside the numbers. The 40, 45, 50. He spins his way inside of Husky territory. Little stretch play on the passing game and a 24-yard pickup for Zane Martin. That'll move things ahead for Grand Forks Central. And it's 1st and 10 as Noah Lease completes his first pass tonight. Well, the Knights will have to stretch things out. Down by 15. You've got to win by 4, or rather by 11, in order to make the playoffs. So right now, if you're Central, you're essentially down 26 points. Now, winning the football game is obviously a great goal, even if you don't make the playoffs, but you're going to play like this until the time just gets to a point where you can't come back. Naz Fisher on a carry, tries to put his back into the defensive line, and the pile tries to shove him. He'll make his way to the 46 for a gain of a couple of yards. Fisher on the night now with 35, has one of the more exciting defensive plays tonight on a big hit against Trayton Mauk in the backfield, but Mauk came back with a 54-yard run on the very next play to set up the latest score for Wahpeton, and it's 2nd down and 8. Again, East Grand Forks tomorrow night. We will have them for you here on KNOX Radio on the radio side as they go to Fergus Falls to take on the Otters in the semifinals of the Section 8 3A football playoffs. That's a 6 o'clock kickoff tomorrow night. 5:30 pregame show here on KNOX. Join us for that. Quick throw to the near side of the field. Another screen for Martin, looking for a block. Couldn't find one. Got hit and is down at around the 43, maybe the 42. Jackson DeVries takes him down there. Martin a little slow to get up and a bit ginger as he walks back, but will pick up about 5 yards on the play depending upon the spot. They'll put it at the 42. Going to be a 4-yard pickup on the play for Martin. And so here comes a 3rd down for Grand Forks Central, and very likely 4-down territory for the Knights at the Wahpeton 42. 4:45 to play in the opening half of football. Lease waiting out of the pistol. We haven't seen Perales taking snaps as of yet tonight. Quante Henry motions again off the right tackle's position. They'll give to Fisher, looking right side for a hole. Found one, drives through it up to the 35 of Wahpeton, and appears to have enough for a 1st down on a pickup of 8 yards for Naz Fisher. Another stop for Jackson DeVries coming up from the defensive core. And a pickup now for 43 yards on the night for Naz Fisher. And the ball will move to the 35 of the Huskies. It's 1st and 10 for Grand Forks Central, the Wahpeton 35. 21-6 on the all-true scoreboard. The Huskies leading by 15. Lease waiting out of the pistol once again. Pair of receivers come to his right. One will motion behind the line of scrimmage towards the left side off tackle. Perales on the carry. Shuffle stepping his way ahead of the first wave. Got across the 35, near the 31, depending on the spot. Maybe a gain of 4, perhaps 5, before that run comes to a conclusion. Looks like a 4-yard pickup on the play. They're going to give him about 5. Luke Anderson will get the stop up on the nose guard's position for Wahpeton, but Perales going to get a nice generous spot on that. 45 yards on the night now for Anton Perales, and it's 2nd down and 5 for the Knights at the 30 of Wahpeton. Lease waiting for a shotgun snap with a man to his left. Pair of receivers to his left side as well. Lease takes the snap, looks left side, hitch and go, going to throw deep, has a man wide open, and the pass is caught and then dropped in the end zone. Tyson Vagno had the ball in his grasp. Noah Lease laid it out right where he could get to it. And as it turns out, it wouldn't have counted anyway, as a holding penalty is going to be called against Central. Well, it hurts less knowing that the holding penalty was going to negate the play anyway. But that was a very good look from Noah Lease, stretching out the field on the far sideline to find Vagno, who was open by about 7 or 8 yards. The little fake hitch across the middle of the field froze a defender, and that allowed Vagno to just go sprinting right down the sideline. And the ball was in the right spot. Vagno nearly closed the hook on it, but in the end, the holding penalty was going to negate it anyway. Ball goes back to the 40 of Wahpeton. Be a loss of 10. And 2nd down and 15 for Grand Forks Central. Knights trying to get their tight ends in the right spot, almost in a wing T look here, with one on each side offset of the line of scrimmage. Quante Henry motions to overload the right side of the line. They'll run the football that way with Perales, who got through the first wave and got twisted down as he made his way to the 36 of Wahpeton. Gain of about 4. A little bit of late action on the end of that play. A couple of cat calls from the crowd on that. And 3rd down and 11 coming up now for the Knights. Clock to under 3 minutes to play. This first half has just evaporated on us here tonight with a lot of ground and pound from Grand Forks Central, and the start that way for Wahpeton as well until they aired the football out. 3rd down and 11. Pair of receivers left, 2 tight ends off the right side of the field. And again, Noah Lease waiting out of the shotgun with a man to his left of the backfield. Lease to throw, decent time, loads up, throws right side. Pass caught this time on the far boundary, inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Believe it's Zaid Martin. Zaid Martin will make the catch. A bullet down the far sideline, and Noah Lease has thrown a couple of really nice balls as of late on this stretch. That's going to be good for a 19-yard pickup for Zaid Martin, and Martin now with 47 yards on 3 catches tonight is helping the passing game for Central. And it's 1st down and 10 for the Knights. They're back in the RBB Electric red zone at the Wahpeton 18-yard line. Shotgun snap for Lease again. Looks to give it away to Fisher. Left side, turns it upfield outside the numbers. Got inside the 15 and drives his way down to around the 12. Maybe a 7-yard pickup for Naz Fisher before he's brought down. Clock inside at 2 minutes to go. I might have had him a little bit further downfield than perhaps they had him. It looks like they've got him at the 13. I don't think the down marker kept up with him over there. They got the down marker back at around the 15-yard line. They made it look like it's about 4-yard pickup, but I think the Naz Fisher got about 6 on that. Second down, I'm going to call it 4. They've got it 5 on the board, just splitting the difference here. Lease waiting for a shotgun snap, play action, quick throw near side, and the pass is dropped by Zaid Martin. He might have been a bit underthrown. So here comes third down. One of the benefits of this running game here for Grand Forks Central is that their receivers are beginning to find a lot of openings even on the flat and down the sideline. Those defensive backs from Wahpeton are having to commit up to try to defend that running game, and it's causing Central to find some extra openings out there. With 1:26 to go in the half, clock stopped on the incompletion, and now Central will call for timeout. So the Knights will call for stoppage before a third down play coming up. It's 21-6 Huskies on the All-True scoreboard. Timeout again for Apex Apparel and Big Jim's Tire in Grand Forks. Knights on third down. When we come back, this is our coverage of high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to GrandForksWelding.com.
Man of Steel. Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Central calls for timeout, looking at third down and call it 5. At the Wahpeton 13-yard line, 1:26 to play till the break. Welcome back to high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Noah Lease out of the shotgun on third down and 5. Anton Perales in the backfield with him. And the Knights will motion again behind the left tackle. It's Perales running that way, drives himself upfield. Just a good sprint near the first down marker inside the 10. He may be short by a half a yard. And the Knights need points, so there's absolutely no doubt in our mind they're going for it on fourth down. 3 helps nothing when you have to win by 11 and you're down by 15. And so fourth down and short coming up. Anton Perales picks up the yardage on that play, and he ends up picking up 4 to get to 53 on the night. And here comes fourth down and short for Central. Perales left side, hit in the backfield. He's not going to get there. The Wahpeton crowd comes to life as the Huskies put a stop to that drive for Grand Forks Central. And the Huskies get pumped up as Landon Ralph comes up with a stop against Anton Perales, running left side for the first down. Boy, that's a tough stop to the drive for Grand Forks Central, as the Knights have had an opportunity to pick up, basically a yard here and there all night long. That hasn't been a tall ask the way they've been able to play tonight. The Knights have seen a lot of time from Eli Thompson at tight end to go with Quante Henry in that spot. He's done a really nice job of blocking, but nonetheless, turnover on downs for the Knights. They come away without points on that drive, and Bjorn Kubala will give the ball to Trayton Mauk, who spins out to the 20 for a gain of about 8 yards. And the clock will begin to run with 3 seconds as the differential between play clock and game clock. 154 yards on the night now for Trayton Mauk, and a pass is incomplete to the far edge on second down as Wahpeton goes to hurry up. That will stop the clock with 33 seconds to go. Well, they'll run the ball here. I would expect Wahpeton to not mess around with throwing it. If you don't pick up the first down, you don't have to punt the football because you can run the clock out with only 33 seconds left. So I wouldn't expect them to throw it here. I would expect them to run it. If you get the first down, that's fine. Boy, it almost looks like they're going into the victory formation. They've got motion, though. Usually don't know. There's the quarterback. My apologies. They do give it to Trayton Mauck, trying to bust outside. Cuts back inside, confronts a tackler, drives himself to around the 28. Be a gain of around 8-9 yards for Trayton Mauck before he's brought down by Vanyo. They'll stop the clock to spot the chains. And now a timeout's going to be taken by Wahpeton. Well, I'm somewhat surprised here. I wouldn't have expected that Wahpeton would go this aggressively from this far in their own end of the field, leading by 15 with 26 seconds to go. But they've decided to get aggressive about it here at the end of the opening half. And so, timeout taken. Big Jim's Tire, your top provider of agricultural tires in the region, and Apex Apparel. Hometown quick turnaround, family-owned promotional shop in Grand Forks. Halftime coming up. We'll take a look at some of our highlights from the opening half, run down some of the numbers, keep you up to date with that score between Devil's Lake and Red River tonight as the regular season comes to an end there. And again, the playoffs begin next Friday. East Grand Forks in another playoff game coming up tomorrow night in high school football. We'll have that for you here on KNOX Radio for those of you on the radio side of things. Volleyball beginning to run towards its conclusion as well. The Rough Riders are on the road at Fargo Shanley on Tuesday night. That's the top runner in the conference. That's going to be a big matchup for Red River in volleyball. So out of the timeout, first down and 10 for the Huskies, and the ball is fumbled on the snap to Kubala, who steps away from traffic and then is sacked back inside the 20-yard line down to around the 19. So a loss of 11 yards on the quarterback sack on the fumble. And now it looks like Wahpeton's going to be content to go into the locker room with a 15-point lead as the clock begins to drift down, and that's going to be the end of the first half of football. So the first half comes to a conclusion. Wahpeton with a solid lead behind 162 first-half rushing yards from Trayton Mauck. The Knights have moved the football well tonight, but came up empty on their last drive and just have not been able to find what they're looking for as far as a defensive situation against this Husky offense that has been just brilliant so far tonight in moving the football down the field. So in the long run, the Knights are going to have some work to do when they get into the locker room making some adjustments. And keep in mind that if you're the Knights and you want to continue your season, you're essentially down by 26 points right now. You need to win by 11, and you're down 15. Your score at the end of the opening half on the All-True scoreboard is the Wahpeton Huskies 21 and the Grand Forks Central Knights 6. Our halftime report coming up. It'll be brought to you tonight by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. And we'll have that halftime report for you next here on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World. Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer. When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
We welcome you to our halftime report this evening here on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports from Wahpeton tonight. And at the half, the Wahpeton Huskies lead the Grand Forks Central Knights by a score of 21-6. Our halftime report brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and Machine and by High Plains Water. Grand Forks Welding and Machine, they are the men of steel. Got another push or so left to go in the harvest season. You break or twist something that you need repaired quickly, Grand Forks Welding and Machine is the place to call. They'll get those broken parts rehabbed and fixed for you again quickly so that you have the opportunity to limit your downtime and keep the season moving the way you want it to at Grand Forks Welding and Machine. Stop and see them. You can find them on Gateway Drive in Grand Forks. They bring you our halftime report tonight. And our halftime report tonight brought to you by High Plains Water. They are your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. With a system from High Plains Water, your quality of living just goes up. No more scaly buildup around your fixtures. Appliances that are going to last longer. Treated water's better for those appliances. It's also better for you. Better tasting tap water so you'll drink more. Cleaner laundry with less detergent. Lots of positives with a system from High Plains Water. So start treating your water and treat yourself to a system from High Plains Water in Grand Forks. They bring you our halftime report tonight. Well, Central performed well to start the game. They were down 6-0 early after a big touchdown run by Trayton Mauck. They came back, drove the field 79 yards, scored, and got themselves back into a tie ball game. Fell behind again and drove the field again, but this time they were denied points. And just a few too many big plays tonight for the Wahpeton Huskies that have been the difference in this one, and the Husky offense has been the difference in this one tonight in building up this 21-6 lead behind 162 yards of rushing from Trayton Mauck tonight. And an effort from Bjorn Kubala, who's hooked up with Jackson DeVries for 24, Jack Gilbertson for 27, 13 more for Braden Steffens. He's approaching the 80-yard mark throwing the football. Trayton Mauck with 162 yards rushing. So the offense that is Wahpeton has been the key in this one. We're going to take a look at our first half highlights, but first of all, for those of you on the radio side, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is our coverage of high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Let's take a look at our first half highlights in this one tonight with our plays of the half. They're brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. It gets started, as we mentioned, with Trayton Mauck, 55 yards to the house and untouched for most of it. He takes a little bump at the 40, but that one was from his own 45, and Mauck just dashing down the sideline to score. It puts Central in a hole early, but the Knights drive the field on the way back from their own 21, and Anton Perales a big part of it. Behind a lead block, big bruising run to the end zone to equal the game up at 6 apiece. Wahpeton would respond, got a big play to go downfield, and then Bjorn Kubala decides to hand again to Trayton Mauck, and look at him get in the crowd, bounce it outside the numbers, and get to the end zone to score. It was 14-6 at that point in favor of Wahpeton. Central comes back with a big defensive play. Naz Fisher, open blitz, nobody got him. He meets Trayton Mauck in the backfield and blows him up. Big play for Naz Fisher. But the next play was a 54-yard run for Trayton Mauck, and this would happen on the play after. Bjorn Kubala looking for a touchdown throw, and he finds one in the end zone to Braden Steffens on the quick slam. And those are your first half highlights, and they're brought to you by Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. Your first half highlights lead you to a 21-6 score in favor of Wahpeton over Grand Forks Central on the All True scoreboard. We will come back and take a look at the first half statistics as we continue with our halftime report and try to get a scoreboard update as well from what's happening out in Devils Lake tonight. Again, at the end of the opening half, your score is Wahpeton 21, Grand Forks Central 6. Too many teams on our mind tonight. This is our coverage of high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Welcome back to our halftime report this evening. For those of you on the radio side, apologies for the false start here. We got that taken care of. Welcome back to our halftime report here in Wahpeton. Our halftime report brought to you by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel, and High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. And at the break here in Wahpeton tonight, it's Grand Forks Central trailing Wahpeton by a score of 21-6 on our All-True scoreboard. And a quick look at our All-True scoreboard here tonight, as we do have a final coming in now from Devils Lake. Our thanks to Sheriff Andy Schneider for keeping us up to date with that game tonight, who was monitoring. Devils Lake has been beaten by Red River by a final score of 27-0. So with the win tonight, Red River finishes the regular season unbeaten. They are now 9-0. They were the number 1 seed. They had that clinched already in the East region. They are now going to obviously just improve on that overall record and run the table in the East region as well. What that does for this game tonight is it turns into a point spread game. So with that win, barring what happens tonight between South and Horace, that would be the next score to try to track down. If Horace ends up holding serve against Fargo South, Wahpeton is the 3 seed if they win this game tonight, with tiebreakers that they would have over anybody else. If Central comes back to win this game, they must win it by 11 to win the tiebreaker point differential. So it's not just about winning now for Central. You have to win by 11, which puts you in a tough spot because you're down by 15. So right now you are down by 26. If you're trying to make your way into the playoffs, you got to win by 11 in order to win the 3-way tie point differential situation. But the first half right now going to Wahpeton by a score of 21-6. Individual numbers, the Huskies run it for 151 yards, 162 for Trayton Malk in the opening half to go with 2 touchdowns, but they lost 11 yards in that bobbled snap by Bjorn Kubala. However, Kubala completing 7 passes in the opening half. 24 yards, Jackson DeVries on a catch. 3 catches for Jack Gilbertson for 27. Braden Steffens with 3 catches, including a touchdown catch. He has 13 yards on those 3 catches. 151 on the ground. Wahpeton was 64 through the air, 215 overall. Central with 151 yards of total offense, including 104 rushing yards in the opening half tonight. Naz Fisher 49, Anton Perales 53, and 2 yards for Logan Voorhees. And, you know, a decent night throwing the football for Noah Lease. 3 catches for Zayd Martin for 47 yards, and Tyson Vanyo had his hands on a touchdown catch that would have been called back for a holding penalty anyway, but it was right there, and he couldn't quite reel that one in. And that's where we stand as far as the numbers. Again, 215, 151 total offense in favor of Wahpeton, and they lead it by a score of 21-6 here at the intermission. We have another break to take, and we'll do that and come back with the remainder of our ball game here tonight. We've got our second half about to begin, so do stay with us. This is our coverage of high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online. RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Man of Steel.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Wow, Ram buyers, listen up. Right now, get 22% off all remaining Ram trucks at Nelson Auto in Grand Forks. Yep, you heard right, 22% off. You pick 1500 or heavy duty and save 22% right off the top. Or get 0% for 72 months on select Wrangler, Grand Cherokee, Pacifica, or Dodge Hornet. These are huge discounts and 0% is back. It's a great time to take a test drive. Grab these huge discounts and low financing now at Nelson Auto Center, Grand Forks.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school football tonight in the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. KNOX Live Sports tonight from Wahpeton, where the Huskies have a 21-6 lead over Grand Forks Central tonight as we make our way to the second half of football. The Huskies will kick the football away to the Knights to get the second half started here tonight. The crisp, cool night of playoff football is in the air. This one cooling off rather nicely here this evening. Kickoff return for Central and a bit of a slip tackle to 35 and up to around the 37-yard line for the Knights on the return. And it looks as though we've got a new return man in the game for Grand Forks Central. So let's go ahead and tell you about who the special teams players are that are getting their way into the game now. I believe that was number 43, Jaden Cochran, that came up with the return for Grand Forks Central. And it's first down and 10 for the Knights. They have the football at their own 36-yard line. The Knights trailing by a score of 21-6. And again, they must win the football game by 11. So effectively down by 26 points if you're chasing the playoffs. It'd be nice to win the football game no matter what in this situation if you're Grand Forks Central. They'll give the football to Naz Fisher. Fisher's in trouble in the backfield and stacked up. He'll go down back at around the 33. Well, it's been a lot of running tonight for Grand Forks Central. And Isaiah Brushard comes up with a stop for the Wahpeton Huskies. He's had a huge, huge night. And the times that we've seen him down here, when we saw him against Grand Forks, Red River, a couple of weeks ago, well, He was very good that night as well. They got a wonderful linebacker unit, and that will make or break Wahpeton if they are fortunate enough to make the playoffs. And with the win tonight by Red River over Devils Lake, Wahpeton has clinched a playoff spot tonight. They'll give near side Will Central to Fisher. He'll make his way back to the 35, a gain of perhaps a yard before he's brought down there.
Once again,
and here comes third down, and Naz Fisher a little slow to get up, but apparently is okay. Omar Martinez from the safeties position will come up and make the stop. And here comes third down at 11 for Grand Forks Central. But again, with the win tonight for Red River over Devils Lake, Wahpeton clinches a playoff spot. They can either be 3 or 4 depending upon a result in this one. Third down and 11. Lease out of the shotgun with Fisher in the backfield. And Fisher appears to still be a bit shaken up. Wahpeton showing a blitz. They bring 2 linebackers. Lease rolling away from pressure to his right side. Turning upfield around the numbers. Took a hit as he got to the line of scrimmage and is down after about a yard pickup. Maybe 2, up to around the 36, perhaps the original line of scrimmage. And so now on fourth down, the Knights are going to bring the punt unit out. And that tells you a little bit about this situation now for Grand Forks Central as well. If you were gung-ho on winning the game by 11, you'd go for it on fourth down and 8 here, needing the possession. But right now, Central's going to play it straight. They're going to play it like a true football game instead of having the playoff implication on it. Kick is away. Good punt by Grand Forks Central. Fair catch being called for at the 30-yard line by Braden Steffens. And it'll be at the 30 for a first down for the Wahpeton Huskies coming up with 9:44 to play here in the third quarter. So, again, that's not necessarily throwing in the towel for Grand Forks Central on the season. That's not it at all. But knowing that you can stretch things out a little bit too far by really forcing the issue on fourth down and long in your own territory, Jake Schauer understanding that there are lessons to be had in just simply playing the football game for the football game that's in front of you tonight and not trying to earn one again coming up next week. Bjorn Kubala out of the shotgun, throwing to the near side, looking for Jackson DeVries, who's got it, cut a couple of tacklers, makes his way across the 35, and is out to the 37-yard line for a gain of 7 before Zethan Feldman brings him down. Jackson DeVries with his second catch tonight for 31 yards, and second down and 3 coming up for the Huskies. Again, with the win here tonight, the Huskies claim the number 3 seed. With a loss by 10 or less, they are still the 3 seed. If they were to lose this game by 11 or more, they would be the 4 seed. But with Red River defeating Devils Lake tonight, Wahpeton has clinched a playoff spot. The final playoff spot will go to either Devils Lake or Central. Here's a give up the middle to Trayton Mauk, who blasts his way across the 40. Be a 5-yard pickup for Trayton Mauk and a first down coming up for Wahpeton as they take the ball out to the 42. Trayton Mauk continues to add to his night. 167 yards, pair of touchdown runs. And a first down coming up for Wahpeton. Zethan Feldman in on that stop once again. Ball out just ahead of the 42 for the Huskies. We'll start to pencil in kind of what's going on in the West region tonight. We'll take you through that as well. That one's a little bit more complicated out there also. 4 receivers, twins each way. On first down and 10, Kubala will give the ball to Trayton Mauk, take it back and throw near side. Steffens outside the numbers at midfield, makes his way into central territory at around the 49. Looks to be just shy of a first down. Vanyo, Feldman, and Braden Dirks over to make part of the stop. And they're going to spot Braden Steffens for a 9-yard gain just ahead of the 49-yard line. Tonight out west, Valley City was playing at Minot North. A Highliner win, they're the number 1 seed. A Minot North win, Minot North is the number 1 seed out west. And then things get a little tricky depending upon a couple of other games. Second down and 1, Kubala taking a shotgun snap, deep drop, good protection, throws downfield incomplete. Really good coverage downfield by Central. Braden Dirks was matched up on the near side of the football field as they went after a little throw on the near side for DeVries, and Dirks physically able to get there. If Minot North beats Valley City tonight in Minot, Valley City is the 2 seed if St. Mary's defeats Dickinson. But if Dickinson defeats St. Mary's, then Jamestown becomes the 2 seed, Dickinson becomes the 3 seed, and Valley City becomes the 4 seed. due again to point differential. Here's 3rd down and 1. Mauk for Wahpeton, starting left, cutting back over the middle. Big hole, big sprint, up to the 40. 9-yard pickup for Trayton Mauk, and another bruising 1st down. Brought down by Brody Melliker, but Mauk now with 174 yards rushing tonight. Naz Fisher gets part of the stop as well. They'll spot it at the 42. The reason for that mess out west is that there is a 3-way tie. If Minot North beats Valley City, there's a 3-way tie for 2nd. Should Dickinson beat Bismarck St. Mary's tonight between Dickinson, Jamestown, and Valley City, and Jamestown has the edge in point differential there. Screen pass that's incomplete. Looking for Jack Gilbertson on the far side of the field for the Wahpeton Huskies. And so with Jamestown winning the point differential in those 3 teams, Jamestown would get the 2 seed. And then the 3 seed would go to Dickinson due to their head-to-head win over Valley City. And Valley City would fall to 4. So we'll recap for you here in a couple of moments. 2nd down and 10 for Wahpeton from the Central 40. Central brings a blitz against the run. Trayton Mauk gets hit right on the edge and brought down. Central guessed correctly on the blitz, and they brought Sethan Feldman on the near side to go right after him. And Mauk is down for a loss back just shy of the 40. And here comes 3rd down and 11 with the ball at the 40. So a Highlander win at Minot North. They're the number 1 seed. Minot North is 2. A Minot North win at Minot tonight. Minot North is 1. And then if Dickinson were to beat St. Mary's, it would go Jamestown, Dickinson, Valley City. If St. Mary's beats Dickinson, it would go Valley City, Jamestown, St. Mary's. Trayton Mauk running his way across the 35, down to the 32. Gain of around 8 yards for Trayton Mauk, moving his way upfield off left tackle. Noah Lease comes up with a stop. And here comes a 4th down and 3 for Wahpeton. Now, if they go for it on an 8-yard pickup by Trayton Mauk, that's just something that they do. They don't punt the football much. They feel like their offense can get 2-3 yards. We saw that against Red River when the Rough Riders were here. And so now on 4th down and 3, they'll go for it with 4 receivers. Bjorn Kubala, quick throw across the middle. Pass caught. Braden Steffens on the slant inside the 25 and down to the 24. And that's enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 9 yards for Braden Steffens before Braden Dirks brings him down. And Braden Steffens kind of quietly creeping out to a pretty nice night. 31 yards now on 5 catches for Braden Steffens. Ball at the Central 24 halfway through the 3rd quarter. Huskies leading the Knights 21-6 on our All-True scoreboard. And Wahpeton's on the drive again at the Central 24-yard line. Play action, throw again. Steffens looking for a block. He got hit on the edge and is down for a minimal gain. Inbounds at around the 23. He was looking for a block, couldn't find one. Tyson Vanyo, Braden Dirks out there to get to him physically. And we'll see where they put the football. Maybe a gain of a yard on the catch that time for Braden Steffens. And it'll be 2nd down and 9. We'll try to gather up some scores from some of those games out west and give you an idea of what's happening. Even though Valley City had a really good regular season, from what we saw of Minot North in Grand Forks earlier this year against Central and the way they're playing right now, I kind of expected that perhaps the Sentinels were going to win that game. Central blitzes, they throw against it, does Wahpeton. Gilbertson open, he's up to the 10-yard line, and that's a 1st down on a pickup of 13 yards. Jack Gilbertson with his 4th catch for 40 yards. There was a blitz that came from the left linebacker's position, and it was read well by Bjorn Kubala. He realized that Gilbertson would be open right in that hook area of the field and threw it right there. And you know what? Credit to Jack Gilbertson for reading the blitz as well and finding the spot right inside of it. That's a heck of a headsy play for Wahpeton. 1st down and goal just inside the Central 10. Little hitch and go to the back corner of the end zone. One-handed catch by Steffens. He's into the end zone for a Wahpeton touchdown. It'll be a 10-yard catch. Braden Steffens hauls it in with one hand out in front of his body for a highlight reel type catch that will bring the crowd to life here in the 3rd quarter. American Family Insurance, Tyler Nagel Agency replay. Boy, you don't see the high school kids do it a whole lot better than Braden Steffens just did on this play. A look by Kubala, a little hitch and go, and there's the one-handed grab by Steffens in the back of the end zone to highlight this place tonight and give Wahpeton a 27-6 lead. And now a flag comes out on the extra point attempt as Trayton Maug is trying to get ready to kick the extra point. See what the call is going to be here. They're going to call encroachment against Grand Forks Central. See if that changes the mind of Wahpeton here. Wahpeton was set to kick the extra point. You get a yard and a half here. If that changes your opportunity to perhaps send the offense back on the field and go for two. Doesn't really make much of a difference here. 21-point game right now. You go up by 22 or 23 with a 2-point conversion. But a 27-6 lead for the Wahpeton Huskies, and they have executed so well offensively tonight that they're really playing with a lot of confidence in this situation and could be a really scary playoff team. Snaps down, the hold is down, the kick is on its way. It looks like it is good, and Trayton Maug puts it through the uprights for a 22-point Wahpeton lead. 28-6 Huskies over the Knights on our all-true scoreboard as we have a timeout for Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks, and a timeout tonight for Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of egg tires in the region. This is our coverage of high school football on the Rivard's Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to GrandForksWelding.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school football. Kickoff return for Grand Forks Central out ahead of the 20 to around the 22. And the Knights will come onto the field down by 22 by a score of 28-6. To the Wahpeton Huskies, who with the win tonight and Red River's defeat of Devil's Lake would clinch number 3 in the East region and would move on to the playoffs. And so you start to talk about the potential implications of what would happen there. Wahpeton at Valley City is a real possibility if the Highlanders were to be beaten by Minot North. Who would Red River get in the first round? Bismarck, St. Mary's, or Valley City? You would start to kind of pencil it in that way. If Valley City were to lose to Minot North tonight and St. Mary's were to defeat Dickinson, St. Mary's would be the 4. I believe St. Mary's would be the 4 if they win no matter what. Looks like there was a penalty on the end of the kickoff return for Grand Forks Central. They're going to spot the ball ahead, maybe 10, maybe 15 yards to the 35. So we'll try to track down some scores in those West Region games tonight and see if we can't start to pencil in what the playoffs will look like as the regular season comes to a conclusion. Of course, there was a Horace Fargo South game in there, and we're kind of assuming some things. Quante Henry motions back behind the line of scrimmage. Ball to Naz Fisher, attack in the middle. Short gain. He'll spin ahead to the 37-yard line. And a gain of about a yard for Naz Fisher, who's had a nice night tonight. Naz Fisher with 48 yards on the night, had a couple of very good drives for Grand Forks Central. They're going to give him 2 on that. And it will bring a second down and 8 to the table. Try to figure out what Horace did with South tonight. That would be the first thing, to try to just set up the the East region first and go from there. Second down and 8. Dropping back and looking to throw. Noah Lease, he'll throw on the flat, and the pass to Anton Perales is too high and incomplete, and then Perales got clipped down. And so here comes third down and 8. for Grand Forks Central. So we'll start taking a look and see if we can find some of the scores that we're looking for here tonight and fill out what's happening out there. I'm not sure if we'll be able to find everything that we're looking for, but we'll hope to try to find a couple of them and see what we can come up with as far as scores are concerned tonight. Horace and Fargo South was the final game that we really had to pay attention to here in the East region. Lee's dropping back to throw, hit as he throws the football, and it's incomplete. Pressured hard and went down hard on the end of that play, and that ends up incomplete. And so here comes fourth down, and I would expect that Grand Forks Central likely going to send the punt unit back in here, but you never know. Looks like they will. Not seeing any scores as of yet for the Horace Fargo South game. Latrell Mirth will come on to kick the football for the Knights with 4:10 left to go here in the third quarter, and it's a fake, and they're going to run a double reverse fake. On near side, Zaid Martin caught, shook a tackle, outside the numbers, 40-45. Depending on the spot, he's going to be a yard short. He leached out to the 45-yard line as he went out of bounds, but he's going to be a yard short on a double reverse fake of the punt. The officials taking a look across the way, and it's no doubt that he's a yard short, and Wahpeton's going to get the football back on downs. So they stop the razzle-dazzle. Of course, that was the way that Grand Forks Central picked up their lone win in overtime, 2-point conversion. Boy, what a night that was at the Alaris Center. 40-39 for Grand Forks Central over Fargo South that night up in Grand Forks. That was just, that was an unbelievable play to watch play out, and an unbelievable play all the way around just to watch it end a football game on a 2-point conversion in double overtime. So even if the season comes to an end tonight for this Grand Forks Central team, that moment is not something you're going to forget anytime soon. Shotgun snap on first down. Kubala will give it away. And a gain of perhaps a yard for Trayton Malk as he begins to pad his total tonight. Now at 183 yards on the night. And it's second down and 9 coming up. Don't see any scores as of yet for Minot Sentinel football tonight either. No finals coming in there. Being told that Horace is leading Fargo South 27-13 with 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. So Horace on top in that one, 27-13 the score there. A giveaway up the middle of the football field. This is Malk running again, tackled high at the 40. Gain up a couple of yards there before Naz Fisher gets to him. So if that game continues to go that direction with just a few minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, you would expect that it would. Then Horace would pick up the 2 seed. And the winner of this matchup here, Wahpeton right now in the driver's seat to get the 3 seed. Devils Lake in the driver's seat to get the 4. And that's the way that the East region would come to a conclusion here tonight. Third down and 6 coming up for the Wahpeton Huskies. Shotgun snap on the way for Bjorn Kubala. Kubala taking the snap, giving to Trayton Malk. Little jet sweep left side. First down and more outside the numbers, down the sideline. The 25 and knocked out of bounds around the Central 20. Now looks to be enough for a first down as Malk is going to pick up 18 more yards. I've got him for 201 yards tonight for Trayton Malk. He has definitely showed up to play here this evening. And what a night that he's had.
First and 10 Huskies. Ball on the Knights' 20-yard line.
We may be able to get a score in that St. Mary's Dickinson game if we take a look at this one really quick. That is 13-6 in favor of Bismarck St. Mary's at this point. So that score coming into us. So still a long way to go in that one, but right now Bismarck St. Mary's leading by a score of 13-6. It looks like St. Mary's is driving in that game as well, trying to take a 2-score lead. Not a lot of time left in it. It looks like they're down to a handful of minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Is delay of game against the Huskies.
Delay of game coming up here against Wahpeton on this play. It'll be a backup of 5 yards. So right now St. Mary's leading in that matchup by a score of 13-6. And the time ticking down in that one to about 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter of football. So first and 15 now for for Wahpeton at the 24-yard line. of Grand Forks Central. Shotgun snap, quick throw across the middle of the field, and Steffens reaching his way out to around the 15 for a gain of perhaps 9 for Braden Steffens. And it'll be second down and coming up, I believe, 6 after they had obviously had to go for it for 15 yards after the penalty. And Steffens, another catch. That'll bring him to 51 on the night. Man, Braden Steffens has done a nice job here this evening.
Here come the Huskies.
As St. Mary's closing in on another touchdown of that matchup. They're inside the 5-yard line. That would eliminate Dickinson. If Dickinson were beaten in that matchup tonight and start to set the table a little bit, they win. And Valley City's no worse than a 2 seed, depending upon what happens with Minot North tonight. Jet sweep, Steffens, he shakes a tackle, gets his way into the end zone and scores a Wahpeton touchdown. Boy, long stretch down jet sweep on the near side. There is a flag down, and a holding penalty against Wahpeton is going to call that off. So the touchdown will not hold. Holding penalty against Wahpeton. And the touchdown for Trayton Malk will be taken off the board with the ball or the penalty marker thrown at the 14-yard line. And if they hold it from that position on the field, it's going to head back to the 24 where they were not that long ago. We'll continue to hunt around and look for that score in that Minot North game, because we would kind of know. I mean, we wouldn't know for sure, but we would kind of know where everything's going to be at that point. We might be able to get a score in that game as well. And it looks like right now Minot North leads that game by a score of 28-14. So Minot North with a sizable lead in that matchup, and we kind of start to see the direction of which way this thing's going to go in the first round of the playoffs next week. Second down and 13. Kubala gives it away to Malk, shedding tacklers, bouncing outside again. Now cuts upfield. He drives his way to the end zone. And is he in? We're waiting for a call. They're going to call him just shy of the goal line. It'll be first down and goal. Zethan Feldman takes him down, but just shy of the goal line. That's 23 more yards for Trayton Malk, who now has 225 yards on the night. And it's going to be first down and goal for Wahpeton, just shy of Central's goal line. Clock to 50 seconds to go, third quarter. And Wahpeton trying to put the points on the board that would almost seal this one. They get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here, and they've got the 30-point lead. Back shoulder fade, pass caught, back of the end zone. This is a touchdown for Wahpeton. The touchdown will go to Trayton King on the back shoulder fade from a yard away. And it's 34-6 in favor of Wahpeton. Boy, you take a look at this again on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. Watch at the touch that Bjorn Kubala puts on this football to throw that back shoulder fade. Beautiful touch, and King just going up for the jump ball and making it happen. We've seen some pretty special things from this Wahpeton receiver corps tonight. Now the Huskies are going to kick the extra point rather than go for 2. They're not going to try to put it to a 30-point lead. Extra point kick is on its way, and Trayton Malk will hit it, and it's going to be a 29-point Wahpeton Husky lead. 35-6, Wahpeton leads Grand Forks Central by 29 with 32 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. As we take you to another timeout for Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks, and by Big Jim's Tire. Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of agricultural tires in the region. This is our coverage of high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports. It'll be Grand Forks Central with the football at the 29-yard line, first down and 10 for the Knights, as they are trailing 35-6. So as we get into the fourth quarter and we see some of those scores that are playing out, if the games continue in that direction, we'll kind of be able to set up the first round of the playoffs for you and some interesting matchups that we'll have. We'll talk you through that as we go. As the Knights come back on the field now down by 29 with 26 seconds to go. The Knights with 4 wide receivers. Quick throw near side of the field. New quarterback in the game for Grand Forks Central. And a throw will be completed to around the line of scrimmage. No gain coming up for the Knights. We'll see who the new quarterback for Central is going to be. I think they just came in on a new quarterback here to kind of get things going in the fourth quarter. Obviously, this could be the end of the season and very much looks like the end of the season for Grand Forks Central. New quarterback is Brody Schneider, or at least was on that moment, a 6 foot, 160-pound sophomore that's listed as a wide receiver, and that's going to take us into the fourth quarter. Wahpeton leading by a score of 35-6 after 3 quarters on the all-true scoreboard. And we'll come back with the fourth quarter of football next. This is our coverage of high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
We go to the fourth quarter timeouts brought to you by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks. Family owned in Grand Forks with promotional items, promotional apparel for your business, your team. And Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of agricultural tires in the region. Second down 11 for Grand Forks Central. They trail 35-6 as we start the fourth quarter of football. And the Knights making a change at quarterback here, beginning to build a little bit for the future. I'm told that's Brody Ledegy that is the quarterback right now for Grand Forks Central. Ball to the 32 for the Knights. And a long third down coming up here for Central. So
Isaiah Breshert making the tackle on the Central.
We'll see what the Knights do here.
Carrying that time was number 28.
Anton Perales still in the game carrying the football, but I'm not sure if that's Anton. It may be Anton Perales back there. The uniforms have become a little bit dirty, and we still can't see the numbers very well out there. I'm actually going to look through my viewfinder here to see if I can see this a little bit better. Quante Henry motions behind the line of scrimmage here for Grand Forks Central. A step back, and Ledegy will throw. Comes out to the near side, finds Henry, who's hit as he got to around the 30, reaches out, and maybe makes his way to the 32-yard line before he's brought down. No gain on the play as Noah Lees hooks up with Quante Henry. And here comes fourth down. So with the direction that the games are going in tonight, and again, St. Mary's led Dickinson 13-6, but they were driving. Minot North led Valley City by 2 touchdowns at 28-14. Horace closing in on a win with just a few minutes left in the fourth quarter over South. Devils Lake was beaten by Red River tonight, so we have at least a look at what we think the first round playoff matchups are going to be. Coming up next Friday night, we'll take you through that as Latrell Murph gets ready to punt the football for Central. And Central is going to call for timeout first. So the Knights will call for a stoppage before they punt the football with 10:32 to go here in the fourth quarter. But based on what we're seeing as far as the directions of those games, if St. Mary's holds on to win, it would be St. Mary's coming to Grand Forks Red River on Friday night. It would be Valley City hosting Wahpeton on Friday night. It would be Devil's Lake going to Minot North on Friday night. And it would be Jamestown going to West Fargo Horace on Friday night, if those games were to continue in the direction that they're going in right now. So again, Wahpeton, you look at it as far as the brackets are concerned, you would have Red River and St. Mary's in one bracket, and you would have the 2-team from the west, Valley City, and the 3-team from the east, Wahpeton, in that same part of the bracket, which is an interesting bracket of 4. Kick is away from Murph, spiraling kick towards the near side of the field, takes a pro Grand Forks Central hop right around the 40, out of bounds to the 38. And Wahpeton will take over the 38-yard line, leading 35-6 on our Ultra scoreboard. Let's give you a game look-in tonight. Game look-in brought to you by Vegan Construction. Designers, builders, engineers in Grand Forks, quality work since 1938. And Vegan Construction gives you the game look-in tonight. Trayton Mauk, 225 yards rushing, pair of touchdowns, couple of huge catches tonight for touchdowns here in the second half. One by Braden Steffens, one-handed. Trayton King on the back shoulder fade. Nice nights running the football for Anton Perales and for Naz Fisher, but the offense has been just a little too good tonight for Wahpeton in a 35-6 lead. And that is your game look-in, brought to you tonight by Vegan Construction. New quarterback, Bjorn Kubala is in the game, remaining in there for Wahpeton. New runners, though, that are going to come into the game now for Wahpeton. John Sherrick comes up with a stop for Grand Forks Central. Tough way for a season to end tonight for the Knights as well, after that run that they had last year in the playoffs, the upset win that they picked up at Jamestown in the semifinals, making it to that state championship game against a Fargo North team that was just loaded for bear with 31 seniors on it, but trying to back that up a little bit, and some injuries along the way that have kind of caused some issues and maybe not quite all put together the way they wanted to be earlier enough in the season. Second down for Wahpeton, another draw play to the 40. Michael Peterson's out there running the football now for Wahpeton. He'll take it up to the 40-yard line for a gain of 2. It'll be third down and 8. But again, the playoffs from top to bottom as far as the bracket would be concerned. Number 1 East, Red River, looking at number 4 West, St. Mary's. Number 2 West, Minot North, looking at number 3 East, Wahpeton. And if Wahpeton were to go beat Minot North, a rematch of that game, and that was a very, very tight game down here. Of course, home field advantage for Red River would win out in that situation. That's if those games out west hold on the way that they are going tonight. Another gain for Peterson on third down. He'll run draw right side, struggles his way forward. Pyle trying to nudge him forward for a first down, and they'll blow the play dead. About a yard shy of first down yardage for Wahpeton around their own 46. Bottom half of the bracket, number 1 seed out west, Minot North, if they hold on to their victory tonight over Valley City, leading by 28-14. And they would welcome number 4 East, Devil's Lake. And then number 2 East, West Fargo Horace. And they would have number 3 West, which would be Jamestown. And you take a look at those matchups, and I think that Horace-Jamestown matchup would definitely catch some eyes. The Wahpeton-Valley City matchup would catch some eyes. Could have some really, really good matchups there in the opening round. On fourth down, Wahpeton will go for it. Shotgun snap picked up by Kubala. He'll throw to the right side, and the pass is incomplete. And the clock will stop with 8:04 left to go here in the fourth quarter, and Central will get the football back. And we'll just kind of continue to update you on those games as we go here tonight, as we have an opportunity to try to pick up a few scores in those throughout the course tonight. Latest that we have from Bismarck, St. Mary's, and Dickinson. Late third quarter, they've had some struggles getting through that game. 16-6 St. Mary's leading Dickinson by 10 in that matchup. So we'll keep you up to date there. And as far as the Minot North and Valley City matchup is concerned, that's now 35-21 Minot North, early fourth quarter. Boy, Valley City scoring some points up in Minot North. And so that's an interesting game there to watch as well. Naz Fisher stretching left side on first down. Looks to get outside the numbers, may have bobbled the football, but Fisher moves inside the 35 down to the 34. That'll be a gain of 15 yards for Naz Fisher. And it's a first down for Grand Forks Central. 63 yards on the night now for Naz Fisher. So again, Dickinson trailing St. Mary's 16-6. And Valley City trailing Minot North 35-21 up in Minot. And there's a lot of time left in that game tonight. Those are the games that we have out in the western part of the state that are going to determine a lot of how this thing finishes up tonight. First down and 10 for Grand Forks Central at the 33 of Wahpeton. Naz Fisher trying to shed a couple of tacklers again. Nudges his way down to near the 31 for a gain of perhaps 3 yards. And Fisher out to 66 yards tonight. We'll tell you more about what our broadcast schedule is coming up next week. In the Grand Forks area, just worth mentioning to all of you that we do not have the opportunity to stream homecoming, or I should say rather home playoff games, due to the agreement that continues for this year between the Grand Forks Public Schools, the National Federation of High Schools, and of course the Tier 1 providers have the opportunity first at those broadcasts, but we will not be able to bring you playoff games on the web stream. Up to the 24 goes Naz Fisher for a gain of around 7 more. 73 yards now tonight for Naz Fisher. And third down and 1 coming up for Grand Forks Central at the 24-yard line of Wahpeton with the clock down to 6:35 to go in the matchup. Central coming back to the line of scrimmage, 35-6 on the all-true scoreboard. Grand Forks Central trailing by a big 29-point margin. Noah Lease waiting for a shotgun snap, turns, gives this one away, and a first down carry for Logan Voorhees, breaking a tackle ahead of the 15, down to the 14-yard line. Pickup of 10 yards for Logan Voorhees. You know, a lot of this is happening in, what you would call sort of mop-up time, but the running total for Grand Forks Central will be relatively impressive coming up tonight as we make our way to halfway through the fourth quarter of football. Knights at the 14-yard line of Wahpeton with a 35-6 lead for the Huskies. Huskies trying to lock down the 3 seed out of the East and are very close to getting that done here tonight. Noah Lease out of the shotgun, Voorhees behind him on first down. Lease will take the snap, gives it away to Voorhees left side, trying to cut back middle. Made his way to the 10, kind of slithering his way down there for a gain of 4. Evan Doctor with the tackle for Wahpeton, and second down coming up. 5.5 to go. Again, we will have our coverage of East Grand Forks Green Wave playoff football. They're at Fergus Falls tomorrow night, and we'll have that coverage for you coming up tomorrow night. 6 o'clock is the kickoff. Pre-game report we'll expect between 5:30 and 5:45, somewhere out there. So hang on for that coming up. Tomorrow night, we'll have that for you here on KNOX on the radio side of things. So stay with us for that coming up tomorrow night. Flags come out. Here's a reverse play, and it's a reverse RPO, and Central's going to run the football to the end zone for a touchdown for Zane Martin, and we'll see what happens here on whether or not the touchdown's going to stand up. So penalty marker down on the field, and we'll see whether or not this touchdown stands, and it does not. There will be a false start penalty or a procedure penalty against Grand Forks Central.
Illegal procedure against the Grand Forks Central Knights.
So the clock will stop with 4:50 to go, and the ball will go back to the 15-yard line. And we'll see a second down and 10 coming up here for the Knights. Closing in on 9 o'clock. This one could have been over a little bit faster if Wahpeton would have two-point conversion to their way to that 30-point lead. They decided to go for the extra point. Understood why. They've been working on a kicker throughout the course of the year, talking to our Wahpeton colleagues at the beginning of the night. Here's another reverse RPO. And a throw this time from Zane Martin to the back of the end zone, only this time it's incomplete.
Pass falls incomplete.
Zane Martin has the opportunity to throw it
Option pass.
or
Zane Martin passing.
run it. And Zane Martin decided to throw that into the back of the end zone and overshot his target. You know, Jake Schauer, the head coach of the Knights, he's a guy that I think does things rather well. And Jake's given his team a chance to have some fun here as the season comes to an end, and I like it. Just the opportunity to go out there and kind of leave everything on the field the way you want to at this point, knowing that the Knights are going to come out here with a one-win season. Their win was special over Fargo South in a big stadium at the Alara Center. Voorhees in the backfield behind Lease on 3rd down and 10 for Grand Forks Central from the 15. Lease, play action, going to roll right side. Thought about running it, got rubbed out of bounds as he got to the 16-yard line. And so 4th down coming up with 4 minutes and 37 seconds to go. Post-game report, we'll take a look at the highlights of this one. Wrap things up with our player awards that we have for you here tonight. And get ready to send you into a weekend. KNOX Coaches Saturday. Back with you again tomorrow. That will be at Perkins Family Restaurant. And we're going to see a field goal try for Grand Forks Central. Talon Lunsky. We were told he hit a 57-yard field goal in practice this week. Out of the hold of Noah Lease. Kick is on its way. That's got plenty of leg. And it is good for Talon Lunsky. And the Knights are on the board with a three-pointer to make it 35-9. Time of the score with 4:28 left to go in the 4th quarter. And Talon Lunsky with a 33-yard field goal for Grand Forks Central to cut the lead to 35-9 in favor of Wahpeton. 4:28 left to go in the game, and we have a timeout as we get ready to go. We'll keep it here. Try to run down, see if we can get you some further updates from those games that are going on out in the West region here tonight. Kind of continue to track which way the playoff race is going to go. It's now 23-6 Bismarck St. Mary's as they are making their way into the mid stages of the 4th quarter. So Bismarck St. Mary's about to eliminate Dickinson from the season. And up in Minot, the lead is now 42-21. Minot North over Valley City with just under 7 minutes to play in the 4th quarter of that matchup. So we'll keep you up to date on that one as well. But those seem to have some of the conclusions written for them now at this point. Matter of fact, I wonder if they're, nope, that's a different matchup. That's in Bismarck tonight. So we'll run after an onside kick for Grand Forks Central. The ball's knocked down, but fielded by Wahpeton back at around the 36-yard line. 23-6 Bismarck St. Mary's leading Dickinson at this point, as we mentioned. I want to get one more look at that matchup between Minot North and Valley City, which is currently live as well. And that one is 42-21. As we mentioned, boy, they've got a nice field to play on up at Minot North. You can see that when you take a look at it. And so right now, that game not quite over as of yet. Valley City's got some playmakers that they can make some things happen with up there. But at this point in the matchup, you've got a situation going on there where down by 3 scores is going to be a tough comeback for Valley City in that regard. 1st down and 10 for Wahpeton after the onside kick at their own 35. Clock down to 4:19 to go. But the story definitely coming to a conclusion tonight. We feel like we've got an idea of where those playoff matchups are going to go, especially with St. Mary's lengthening their lead over Dickinson at this point. St. Mary's had the 42-41 win over Minot North, but I'll tell you what, Minot North has been scoring just a ton of points, and that's a team that going into the playoffs I think is a little scary. That's probably not a team that you want to mess around with if you don't have to, and they're about to clinch the #1 seed out in the West region tonight. They'll get Devils Lake in the opening round. Wahpeton on a draw on 2nd down to the 40. And not much more. Michael Peterson continues to carry the ball. And we'll take it out to around the 41 is what they will give him. So a gain of a couple of yards in that situation. Going to go through the playoff scenarios one more time just to make sure that I've got the West region correct, but I think we do. Yep, it'll be Minot North, Valley City, Jamestown, Bismarck, St. Mary's in that order, 1 through 4 in the West region. 3rd down and 6. And the Huskies with the football. Kubala stays in the game for whatever reason. And they give the ball. Is this Trayton Mount carrying the ball? Is this Peterson? It is Peterson. He bounces outside the numbers across the 40 to 35, down to the 32-yard line before he's brought down. And it's 1st and 10 for Minot, rather for Wahpeton at the 33 officially. So those will be the first round, the playoff matchups that we'd have for you in the first round. Bismarck St. Mary's would go to Red River on Friday night. That's what we would expect. And Valley City would host Wahpeton in that half of the bracket. And in the other half of the bracket, Minot North would host Devils Lake, and West Fargo Horace would host Jamestown. Those would be the games that we would expect to see in the playoffs coming up on Friday. No seeding this year out of the QRF formula. Michael Peterson again running against a blitz down around the 32 for a gain of about a yard. Inside of 2 minutes to go. And we'll see some whistles here as there is an injured Knight on the field. Want to say a big thank you to everybody. Not sure if we'll have another web stream broadcast of high school football this year, as again with the playoff situation, changing hands with the rights and that type of thing. Just not 100% sure that we're going to get to a point where we'll be able to bring you further video coverage. We'll obviously have radio coverage of some playoff games, including East Grand Forks coming up tomorrow night when the Green Wave will go up against Fergus Falls. That will be down in Fergus Falls, the 6 o'clock kickoff tomorrow night. Pre-game reports somewhere between 5:30, 5:45. But thanks to everybody who joined us throughout the course of the year for our second year of video coverage and our first year of our agreement with the Grand Forks Public Schools, and it has been certainly a lot of fun throughout the course of the year. We've learned some things, obviously upgraded a little bit of our technology, made our way through some technical issues, and I think we're hitting our stride, getting ready for what should be a very active winter sports season with hockey and with basketball. And the injury to Grand Forks Central, one of the defensive linemen for the Knights that's shaken up on that play. Number 59, Carson Corbett, who I think got the opportunity to start tonight on the offensive line. Now playing both ways here for the Knights at the end of the night. Just before a 2nd down and 9 play for Wahpeton with 2:03 to go. But we'll have our post-game report, our player awards. We'll wrap things up rather quickly here in Wahpeton tonight. Get you back off to your regular programming and off into the sunset, if you will, here tonight. With Wahpeton laying claim to the 3rd seed out of the East region tonight. And Red River finishing undefeated, whereas Central will finish with a 1-win season. They'll be 1-8 when this one comes to a conclusion. Go back to the standings that we had pre-night, and you'll see that Wahpeton was there with a record of 4-4. They're going to finish 5-4 when this one comes to an end here tonight. Clock running, and Wahpeton waiting before they snap the football. 3 receivers. They give the football away up the field, and a draw to the 25 for the Huskies.
Austin Penske carries for the Huskies.
Some new players coming into the game there as well. You'll hear some of the crowd beginning to react to that. Clock down to 1:15 left to go.
Gabriel DiNicola.
We'll say good luck going out to Fighting Hawks this weekend for their coverage. Polk County West will have a playoff game coming up tomorrow. Good luck to Polk County West. Bagley will have a playoff game tomorrow.
33 Huskies.
And it looks like now the victory formation comes on for Wahpeton as they'll take perhaps 2 knees to run this one out tonight. First knee's taken there. And they'll have to take 1 more snap to run this one out here this evening. A fun football season, but I'll tell you what, this Wahpeton team is going to be a tough out. When they get into the playoffs, that's not going to be an easy matchup. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in Valley City between Valley City and Wahpeton coming up on Friday. That's going to be a very interesting matchup. And now we've got whistles, and, well, they took the knee too early, and apparently it was a third down knee and a turnover on downs. So Central is going to run their offense back onto the field. Well, that's an interesting development. So Central will bring their offense back on the field as Minot was not yet in a position to run that out. So the Knights will come onto the field and they will run a play of some kind, I suppose. Brody Ledegy, we're told, is wearing that number 15 that you see on your screen tonight. Apparently there's a jersey issue between the freshmen and the sophomores, the freshmen and the junior varsity. And so he's wearing a uniform that's attributed to somebody else. And did Central call for timeout? Or do we have a delay of game penalty against Central? I'll tell you what, if you're the officials in that situation, do you just let them snap the ball? I mean, there's 23 seconds left to go in the game. Tough situation all the way around, I'm sure. Knights back to the line of scrimmage. Now looking at first down and 15. Wahpeton leading 35-6 on the all-true scoreboard. Pair of receivers to the left for Ledegy. Out of the pistol. Ledegy will take the snap. He wants to throw. Looks to the far side of the field, and the pass is incomplete. And a flag comes down, and we may see some pass interference coming up here.
However, there is a penalty on that.
Well, this becomes the game that refuses to end all of a sudden. Wahpeton can't needle enough times on third down, so they end up giving the ball back to Grand Forks Central, who's promptly called for a delay of game penalty and then throws the football and gets 15 yards on a pass interference penalty in a 29-point ball game. And if Wahpeton had it to do over again, perhaps they would have gone for two and made it a 30-point game. Again, the reason why they do that, and just to bring that up, Trayton Malk has been working on his place kicking throughout the course of the year, and they really want to nail that down because that wasn't there at the beginning of the season, and they wanted to see if they could get that nailed down at this point. Ledegy on first down from the 42. He'll take the snap, looks to his left, going to throw again. Airs one out down the far sideline. It's a jump ball. That's incomplete with 10 seconds left to go. Hey, you got the downs. You might as well let them throw it around a little bit, right? And so that's what's happening. Second down and 10 coming up for Central. It is a crisp, cool night down here in Wahpeton. That's one thing that comes in, is there's a little bit of a chill in the air. You can definitely tell that it's time to play some postseason football. Hard to believe that the regular season of high school football is over after tonight, though. Didn't it go fast? It really seems like it went like a blur. Pair of receivers to the left, second down for Grand Forks Central from the 42. Quick screen pass to the right side. This ball's caught. And scampering out of bounds, I believe, is Braden Dirks. And Dirks will get out of bounds with 4 seconds left.
Pass is complete with 4
If I
seconds
read
remaining.
this correctly, I think what Central's trying to do here is put themselves in field goal range to give Talon Lunsky a shot at a monster. We were told by Jake Schauer, the Central head coach, before the game that this week in practice, Talon Lunsky, really good soccer player for Central, hit a 57-yard field goal. Now, to get in that range, they need about 8 more yards here. So throw a quick pass to the sideline, see if you can get out of bounds. Or are they going to load up and throw it deep? They're going to throw it deep, jump ball, incomplete, and that's the ball game. And Wahpeton will celebrate a victory tonight. Final score on the all-true scoreboard is Wahpeton 35, Grand Forks Central 6. The Huskies finish 5-4. They will move to 3-2 in conference play, and they are the 3 seed going into the playoffs. And Central will finish 1-8 on the season. Our post-game report coming up. It's brought to you tonight by Lake Region State College in Devils Lake, and it's brought to you by Spray Advantage in Grand Forks. And that post-game report is next. This is our coverage of high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
There's never been a better time of year than now to get that new Ford from Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks. It's the model year closeout, and you can drive off in a new F-150 XLT and save up to $14,500 or choose low 2.9% financing for 60 months. Ford Escape, another great buy. Save up to $4,250 and get low 1.9% for 66 months. Hurry in for huge discounts and low financing during our model year closeout at Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
We welcome you to our post-game report tonight on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports this evening from Wahpeton, where the Wahpeton Huskies have secured the number 3 seed going into the state AA football playoffs with a 35-6 win over Grand Forks Central. The win puts the Huskies at 5-4, and they finished the conference season 3-2. They'll be number 3 behind West Fargo Horace and Grand Forks Red River, ahead of Devils Lake. Central will finish the season 1-8 with a lone win over Fargo South. Our post-game report tonight brought to you by Spring Advantage and Lake Region State College. Lake Region State College. At Lake Region State College, we change lives. Whether it's precision agriculture, law enforcement, or nursing, the careers that you can supercharge your way into at Lake Region State College. Get done in 2 years and start earning that paycheck, or take those credits with you to any North Dakota institution and move on to a 4-year educational journey. You'll find their campuses, their main campus in Devils Lake, along with the campus at the Grand Forks Air Force Base, and they're always online at lrsc.edu. And Spring Advantage, everything you need for spraying an application on your farm. The difference between Spring Advantage and their competitors is that Spring Advantage has what you're looking for in stock. Tips, tanks, nozzles, pumps, grain carts, and seed tenders. 2 locations to serve you in Grand Forks and St. Thomas. Spring Advantage, make them a part of your agricultural game plan now and for years to come. It was an offensive night for Grand Forks Central to have to stop from this Wahpeton Husky team that's an offensive juggernaut, and it's just too much to stop. Trayton Malk, 235 yards and a pair of touchdowns on the ground tonight. A sneaky night for Braden Steffens, who ends up catching the ball 8 times for 51 yards. That includes a pair of touchdowns, including a one-handed touchdown catch that was just an unbelievable effort tonight. And the Knights just don't have enough offense to run with that type of output from Wahpeton. We talked in the pregame report tonight as far as our keys were concerned this evening for Wahpeton, spreading out Grand Forks Central with their athletes, and there were just too many athletes to defend here this evening. When you take a look at the box scores on this one, again, Trayton Malk with 235 yards, Jackson DeVries, 2 big catches tonight, Jack Gilbertson with 4 catches, always seem to be in interesting times. Braden Stephens with those 8 catches, 2 touchdown grabs. Trayton King had a 1-yard touchdown catch. I mean, they just move you around in so many ways that there's not enough opportunity to shut down all those athletes. And the Knights end up seeing what the Huskies can do offensively in a 35-9 victory tonight. Let's take a look at our Plays the Game tonight, and our Plays the Game are brought to you by Proseed. You need seed? Think Proseed. Proseed.net. Get started early for the Wahpeton Huskies. This was the opening drive of the football game, and there goes Trayton Malk. Explodes through a hole in the secondary, takes one little bump, and makes his way down the field to score, and that put Wahpeton up 6-0. Central, though, an impressive drive to start the game tonight between Anton Perales, who gets the touchdown run here, along with Naz Fisher. Perales takes it in from 12 yards out to tie the game. It was 6-6 near the end of the opening quarter. But later we'd see Wahpeton respond, getting down the field again with another dose of Trayton Malk, and Malk bouncing outside, gets outside the numbers and nearly walks into the end zone to put the Huskies up eventually by a score of 14-6. The defensive play of the game tonight, this one was big. Naz Fisher on a straight-up blitz right up the field, blows up Trayton Malk in the backfield. Short-lived, though, because Trayton Malk would go 54 yards in the next play to the Grand Forks Central 2, and there we'd see the first touchdown pass the night. Bjorn Kubala reading the slant, able to find Braden Stephens in the end zone for a touchdown, and it was 21-6 at the break. And then the Huskies wasting no time getting down the field in the third quarter. Halfway through, watch this one-handed catch on the hitch and go. Braden Stephens reaching out with one hand in the corner of the end zone for a touchdown. And then later, another beautiful piece of touch thrown on the ball by Bjorn Kubala, who just puts one up in the air for a jump ball to Trayton King in the back of the end zone. And I'm telling you, these athletes know what they're doing for Wahpeton. And those are the plays of the game tonight. Brought to you by Proseed. Need seed? Think Proseed. Proseed.net. Trayton Malk, 235 yards, a pair of touchdowns tonight. Braden Stephens, 8 catches, 51 yards, a pair of scores tonight as well. For Grand Forks Central, Naz Fisher finishes the night with 75 yards on the ground. Anton Perales with 53 yards on the ground, and Zaid Martin with 3 catches for 47 yards tonight for Grand Forks Central. That's your post-game summary, and it's brought to you tonight by Spray Advantage and Lake Region State College. A final break. We'll come back with our player awards, our celebration of the game, so stay with us for that, and then wrap things up and send you off into the playoffs in North Dakota football. This is our coverage of high school football on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Blue Rich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need. Turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop in to Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Post-game report continues tonight as the Huskies defeat the Grand Forks Central Knights here in Wahpeton by a final score of 35-9 this evening, and that will push the Huskies into the number 3 seed out of the East region of AA football tonight, and they will get ready for a game presumably with the Valley City Highlanders this evening as we continue with our post-game report tonight, brought to you by Lake Region State College. At Lake Region State College, we change lives, and brought to you tonight by Spring Advantage. Everything you need for spraying and application on your farm at Spring Advantage. A quick look at some of those scores on the All-True scoreboard out west. Bismarck St. Mary's leading Dickinson by a score of 30-6 now in that matchup in Bismarck. And so Bismarck St. Mary's is leading in an elimination game at this point, and they're about to knock Dickinson out of the playoff picture at that point, and that would give Bismarck St. Mary's the presumed number 4 seed out of the West going into the playoffs. The other game that we're watching tonight has gone final, and Minot North has defeated Valley City tonight by a final score of 42-21. So we know where our playoff matchups are going to be. We believe, barring that miracle comeback for Dickinson, it'll be Red River getting the number 1 seed out of the East region. They will go up against Bismarck St. Mary's on Friday night. The number 2 seed out of the West region will be Valley City. They will get the Wahpeton Huskies on Friday night. The number 1 seed out of the West will be Minot North. They will take on Devils Lake, the 4 seed out of the East. And the 2 seed out of the East, West Fargo Horace, is going to host the 3 seed out of the West, Jamestown. That will happen coming up on Friday night in the first round of the AA football playoffs, and we're looking forward to seeing some really nice matchups that will take place in that situation coming up over the next week or so. The AA playoffs are going to be very, very good again. All right, let's take a look at our post-game awards this evening, and we'll start tonight with our celebration of the game. And our celebration of the game this evening is brought to you by Balloons by Misty. It is not a celebration until the balloons arrive. That's the word from Balloons by Misty. And when Balloons by Misty's involved, well, that celebration goes to a next level. You've seen some of her work on the stage at some of the national conventions that have gone on this year, and she's also doing work with UND and North Dakota State University. She's being called upon professionally, and she's right here in Grand Forks and ready to serve you for your celebration. So when it's time to amp it up, talk to Balloons by Misty. Give Misty a call. Find out what she can do for you. It's not a celebration until the balloons arrive with Balloons by Misty. Celebration of the game for Grand Forks Central tonight. Watch this blitz from Naz Fisher coming right up the middle of the football field. He is untouched. He blows up Trayton Mauk, and he gets up with a nice little celebration fist pump there tonight. Again, that's the celebration of the game brought to you by Balloons by Misty. Balloons by Misty bringing you that award each and every night. Our player of the game tonight is brought to you by PS Garage Doors. Call 772-DOOR. That's 772-DOOR at PS Garage Doors, with the PS stands for perfect service. If you have a garage door that needs service work before the snow flies, then you need PS Garage Doors, because they can come and service any make and model of garage door that you have to take care of. PS Garage Doors has been doing this since 1974, and the PS also stands for painless shopping. If it's time for a new garage door, they've got several makes and models that they can show you in their showroom in the industrial park, right on the other side of the I-29 overpass on Demers, 4733 Demers to be exact. Give them a call at 772-DOOR. That's 772-DOOR for PS Garage Doors. Tonight, Player of the Game Award, Grand Forks Central's Anton Perales, junior running back. He scores the lone touchdown tonight for Grand Forks Central. Knights getting into the end zone with Perales from 12 yards out. Patient running, following that lead block, does everything right. Perales into the end zone, had a great second half of the season this year for Grand Forks Central, and Anton Perales will be our Player of the Game Award winner. And our final award this evening is our Finest Auto Trim Finest Cover of the Game, and it's brought to you by Finest Auto Trim, where their motto again is big or small, they cover it all. Finest Auto Trim specializes in recovering seats of all kinds, and those of you that have been in your agricultural implements as of late, you probably know what it's like to be in some uncomfortable seats. So why don't you get that taken care of with Finest Auto Trim before it's time to run out there again, either for the remainder of the harvest season or next spring when you get going with spring field work. Have seats that support you. For those of you with vehicles or boats, they get a little cracked or faded from the heat and the sun this year. Finest Auto Trim will cover those for you. Finest Auto Trim has what it takes to get those recovered to support and look like they're supposed to. And they can custom make a cover for things you store outside. If you've got a boat or a pontoon that will be outside, Finest Auto Trim can help you cover that as well with a custom-made cover that will protect from all of the elements. Finest Auto Trim. Again, their motto is big or small, they cover it all. Well, one more look at what I think was the defensive play of the night with Naz Fisher. Definitely going to be our finest cover. It's tough to go after and come up with a big hit on Trayton Mauck. It doesn't happen very often. It's a heck of a play, though, from Naz Fisher. Probably the play of the game for Grand Forks Central coming out of this one. And it's brought to you tonight by Finest Auto Trim. They bring you the finest cover of the game. All right, that's going to do it for our coverage tonight. We will see you again for further coverage on the radio side tomorrow night. East Grand Forks taking on Fergus Falls tomorrow night from Fergus Falls in the second round of the 3A football playoffs from Section 8 in Minnesota. Our pregame coverage around 5:45, kickoff at 6 o'clock coming up tomorrow night. Stay tuned for further coverage of the North Dakota football playoffs with our details coming up for that a little bit later on next week. Want to thank all the fine sponsors. We can't do it without them. We thank them so much for bringing us on the road and back at home to bring you the video and radio coverage that we have, including our premier sports partners. Grand Trailer Sales, your home for all things trailer in Grand Forks, and Rivard's Turf and Forage, a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks. For those of you on the radio side, back to regular programming. On the video side, we'll see you down the road. This has been our coverage of high school football. Your final score, Wahpeton 35, Central 9. It's been our coverage of high school football on the Rivard's Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.